Hey, hello. You already know when it's Wednesday night and your boys is on the screen. You already know one thing. It's time for that Sports for You Wrestling. Welcome to episode 40 entitled Southern Warfare. I am Trail, the OTC. That's my guy, main event, John Watson. John, how we doing today, man? How we doing?
Feeling good, feeling great, man. Feeling great. What a weekend of wrestling for this brand and for us wrestling fans in general.
Yeah, and what a week it was, but what an episode we gonna have today. Because once again, this is a family affair type of episode, and these next three women they specialize in a certain type of family that we grew up loving all our childhoods, and that is the bloodline. Um, these three, they often use the Freebird rule. You see one of them, you see two of them, you see four of them, you see three of them. But bless you.
Thank
But
you.
the first one I want to bring in, she's been on our show a few months back. She is what we like to call the Michael P.S. Hayes of the crew, and that is Miss Leslie.
Hey,
Leslie, welcome back. Welcome back.
hey.
Welcome
Thank you
back.
so much for having us. I'm excited. I'm excited for tonight. Let's go. Let's go.
And our next guest, she's a wild one. I mean, she even made one guy leave his own show because it got so crazy. And as of today, she is the CEO of hashtag Money Tilt. Ladies and gentlemen, making her debut on Sports Free Wrestling, Miss Money. How we
Hey
doing, Money?
everybody. Hey.
And of course, last but definitely not least, you've seen her in the comment section all the time on Humble Roses, all the time on Sports for You. Hell, she is a force of nature, no pun intended. She even had my guy Kev on Life Alert on lookout every time he's even in her presence. And if it's any indication of how she was on Monday night when she was in Tribal Warzone in the comment section when a certain something happened at the end of the show, it's gonna be a wild one. So say hello to the wild one herself, Miss Wrestle Faith. And together they are known as ATD, which means acknowledge the dynasty. So everyone in the chat wants to the sky for the ladies. Welcome to Sports Free Wrestling. How we doing?
Good. Good. Excited to be here.
I'm
Let's
excited to
talk some
have you.
wrestling.
Let's do it. So we're gonna kick things off first. We want to send a special shout out to the first lady of Sports for You Wrestling, the head rose from the Humble Roses podcast, our good friend Miss Nessa, aka Nessa freaking Rose. So hit it. All right, so let me provide some context because I'm pretty sure everybody say why was there a turtle flapping on my screen. So it's an inside joke with me and Nessa. One day we was doing a FaceTime and she was in a hoodie doing some work. So every time she leans forward and puts her hoodie on, she looked like a turtle. So ever since then, I always call her Turtle. And in the group chat, she always sends the turtle meme, which is why you saw it in the video. So it's pretty much an inside jab, an inside joke, trying to put some smiles on her face because I know she needs it. So Vanessa, this is for you. So get well, and we can't wait to see you back, causing chaos like you always do. All right, so let's pretty much get into it. Third night's main event, it was what it was, but the main points of that I will address later when we get to the news, injuries, and all that other stuff. So, with that being said, let's hop into the evolution recap because that was the highlight of the weekend. We thought AEW ran away with the weekend because they put on a banger of an all-in pay-per-view. So was like, well, they pretty much won this. Triple H was like, not so fast. I got an ace in the hole, and the ace in the hole was pretty much the ladies. So once again, the ladies saved the company, saved the weekend, and saved Sunday night. So let's just pretty much dive into one of the first matches, and I might have to just get to it now because no one really cared about it because I heard what everybody had to say about this, and that was Trish Stratus and Stephanie Stratton. Listen, um, I'm just gonna say this because I was one of the ones that was very vocal about this match put together in the first place because you had EO choose one of the baddest women in that on that division, Monday Night Raw, and Rhea Ripley. You mean to tell me no one on SmackDown could get a title shot, even though it was for one night? Why you had to get Trish? Like Tiffany Stratton can't lace the boots that Trish Stratus walked on. So it's like, why? You could put Trish in the battle royal and have it come down to her being the final two, the final three, what have you, or put her in a whole other match to begin with. I heard what you guys had to say about Tiffany Stratton and her promo. I get it; it was distasteful, but that's all she had. Because the promo leading up to WrestleMania, I didn't care for it. It was boring. I mean, both women, it didn't sell for me. The match itself, it was decent. So, but I'm gonna start with you, Moni, because you already got the till going. How, even if you have to repeat yourself, or if you have something else you want to add, your thoughts on this whole Tiffany Trish Stratus match? Was it decent to you? Did you go use the bathroom? Did you go make a sandwich during the match? How was it?
Nah, I was too busy. I was actually doing the live, and I was too busy talking trash with asking about everything else. Um, yeah. I guess to quote Aretha Franklin, Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus. No disrespect to Trish Stratus, but beautiful gowns.
Hmm.
Beautiful gowns. That's all.
Yeah, that was a whole lot of evening attire at Evolution. So everyone wanted to get their fashion statements out the way. Leslie, your thoughts on this? Pretty much the most least lackluster match on the card.
I would have to agree with that. And like you said, you had EO going up against someone as powerful as Rhea, and you had other ladies in the back. No disrespect to, as Monty calls her, mother. No disrespect to mother Trish Stratus. But if you're going to have a match with a championship, there are other people on the roster, ladies on the roster, who could make that match shine. And to be honest, make Tiffany look good. And and that's the one thing with me. It's like, why would you need someone else to make your champion look better? So it's like, I had opinions like you said, but I feel that's the only thing. There was other women that was in position to have been in that position, that Trish was in. Like I said, no disrespect to her. I grew up, she was in my era of wrestling when she was a major star. She still is, of course, she's a legend, but there was just others that could have used that opportunity.
Yeah, I agree. Faith, your thoughts on this whole mess? You're
You
still muted
mute,
though.
babe.
Of course I'd be. I think that everything that's been said about this match has been said about this match. I have to agree with you, Trail. It was the one I was least looking forward to having to sit to take notes on. In fact, I just closed my notebook because no, thank you. Um, I am glad that Trish got a send off. Her in the ring. I Kudos to Mother, because that will just be Mother. Trish battled through a lot to get the women's division to where it is today. I mean, my God, bra and panty matches, paddle matches, being Vince's
Dog.
piece.
Now that whole dog situation that still burns me up.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I'm a
20 years
man, and
later.
I didn't like that.
20 years
just
later.
just absolute, just I'm not even gonna go there with the whole Vince Trish thing, but she paid her dues and paved the way, just like other women, Lita, Ivory, other women have done that as well. When it comes to old Blondie Blonde,
Which
okay,
one?
the Barbie doll. When it the youngster, when it comes to her, and I said this before, she's got a lot of maturing to do.
Hmm.
She has a ton of maturing to do. Does she have the in ring technique? Yes, she does. She is. I think she does great in the ring. However, all of that was deaded the moment she opened her mouth.
Mm-hmm.
The moment you cross that line, the moment that you sat there and let Charlotte cook you in that other promo where they
Hmm.
were on the screen side by side, it made you less credible as a champion, and especially for the championship that you are carrying on your shoulder and around your waist. Why couldn't I see Michin get a title shot? Why couldn't I see BFAB get a title shot? Why couldn't I see even Alexa? I know she's tied into this whole Charlotte thing, but I would have been down for that. There are multiple women who are hungry, who can go in the ring, who can go on the mic, who could have given us a way amazing match and kept our interest. So close
And
the
she
nugget on that.
and she, to be honest, I mentioned it. I think last week she could have done an open challenge at Evolution and have somebody from NXT step up,
Hmm.
and because that's all it was. Tiffany's gonna want to win it regardless. So you could have had someone from NXT step up just to get that shine and be like, "Let me show you what I can do," type of thing. But like you said, no disrespect to Trish, but it really, I had a problem with it being her. Like it could have been somebody else. Like you said, Meechin definitely could have came in and got a title shot if they was gonna just hand out one to Trish. But it is what it is. John, your thoughts on Trish and as Faith called her Blondie, the youngster.
Well, it was like I said, it was the low bar of the match, but that's not being a slight. It was just I think the card exceeded. I told people, yeah, there were no builds for this event. All the cards are going to be fired. To y'all reason, why did she choose Trish? You need star power. You need star power on this match. No disrespect to Michin, no disrespect to B Fab. If it wasn't going to be Alexa Bliss or Bianca Belair or Charlotte Flair, there's no or Chelsea Green. There was not. Then that was the only way to go. I see what they did. Face, 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 face. That's all it was. And outside of Bianca and Alexa Bliss, that were the only faces really that would have brought star power to that match. So that I think that's why they went with Trish, and because they did want to have some type of legend representation. The only two legends that competed that night, her and Nikki Bella. They didn't need the and Triple H said it in the post show. He didn't want the nostalgia act. So, but let's also take consideration as we're talking about John Cena's 25th farewell tour. We're celebrating her status's 25th year in the business. So this was kind of like a way to give her a pseudo like curtain call. We knew she wasn't going to win. So, and like I said, I don't know what face you would have put that wasn't Bianca Belair or Alexa Bliss that could have elevated that match. It was pretty much they had to do something nostalgic just for the time being because everybody else really on SmackDown that would have been right would have been a heel, and you got Tiffany in this kind of limbo where she's a tweener. You don't know. Some days she's getting cheered by the fans, but then she wants to have the attitude of a heel. So I get why they went with Trish Stratus. The match was good though. But like I said, it was probably the weakest match of the night, and that's not a slight on the mat on them as performers. It was just the card lived up to expectations times 10.
Right. I mean, I get it that you needed a legend, you need star power, but the thing is, you had a legend in Trish Stratus, and yet everyone still shitted on the match. Like, it's the fact of it's Tiffany Stratton, and I said this from the beginning. The bookings have done her no favors at all since she became champion. I mean, in the beginning, we are like, give the girl a shot. She can go. She can wrestle. She got it. But then once, like the lady said, once she got on the mic, it's like, oh. So I'm gonna ask y'all: did they fast track her too soon in giving her the money in the bank and having her cash it?
Probably.
Here's
Well,
my
you
thing
called
with
it though.
that.
You called it months when we did our Money in the Bank watch along. That if she wasn't winning Queen of the Ring, she was going to win Money in the Bank. So me and you saw it like the moment it happened.
Yeah. But looking back, Moni, did it look like it was too soon, or maybe it's just her not getting the promo part down? Because, like you said, she should have been cooked like Charlotte the way she got cooked.
This is what my problem is. Athletically, she is perfect. Athletically, she's great. But promo wise, yeah, that's a learning tree that she still needs to work on. But also, here's another problem. What she says and she does outside of wrestling, that is a bigger issue that carries with it. So to me personally, it's kind of like she could have stayed in NXT, but now everything's starting to come to surface. So now it's like, do we really want to cheer for her? Do we really want to support her? What? But those are my feelings toward that.
I agree. Leslie, Lainey, last thoughts on it before we move on?
Not really. Just that, I agree with Moni. It comes down, she's awesomely athletic, from what I understand, a gymnast. So by with her sport, so super athletic. But it's just that promo. It's just I feel though like even before all the controversy and everything with her, it was just that was the one skill she was lacking to me. Is cutting a good promo, and hopefully, but that's going to come with time. Hopefully, she'll like Russell Faith said, that she'll just mature and even grow even in that aspect. So we'll see.
Yeah, she's pretty young. She's not even 25 yet. So there's a lot of character growth for her to. She might have to ditch the whole Barbie type of thing. Eventually, maybe that will work, or have her go back heel, because she was kind of cool as a heel when she was down there in NXT. So maybe make that transition back to heel and do something different, and then revisit being a face, because her being a face, it kind of not hitting the way it was when she was a heel when she first got there. So that's when I actually wanted her to win Money in the Bank. She was a heel then, so I didn't think she was gonna cash on Nia. Eventually you saw once Nia started bullying her around, that okay, I could see the writings on the wall. She's gonna cash on Nia. She's gonna be the WWE Women's Champion. So you would think, being the WWE champion, you're basically the main face of the franchise, and if no one's rooting for the face of the franchise, that's not a good thing.
Exactly.
That's not a good thing. So we're gonna go next to the next least favorite thing. I'm going from least to best, and the next one was basically Jordan Grace and JC Jane for the NXT Women's Championship. Me personally, I felt like it was all or nothing for Jordan Grace. This is like, I thought if she loses, she's definitely main roster bound, because this is 4 times she had a shot at the title and has come up short every single time. And it's like, I'm almost about to ask Sean, what are you guys doing with Jordan Grace? But to her own admission, she's like, she was the face of a franchise somewhere else, and she understands how difficult it is to try to be a face of a whole new division that basically she has a lot of equals, some even better than her. So, but the end of the match was something I knew was going to happen the moment she let her guard down and asked Blake Monroe to be in her corner. As soon as she said that, and she had that smirk like, sure, I'm like, well, she ain't winning shit. She ain't winning a damn thing. And lo and behold, she had the most lamest belt shot to the back. So, Faith, one, how did you like this match? And two, what was your thoughts on pretty much NXT pulling the trigger on having her turn heel earlier, sooner than later?
First I'm gonna address the Blake Monroe. And by the way, what a fitting name for her, Blake Monroe. I saw the heel turn coming on when the tag match was made on NXT.
Yeah.
She was not to be trusted. She gave that energy very well. She was not to be trusted. Even in an interview she did, she said she loved being healed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So she gave it away right there. However, I really wished, I was hoping and praying, I just knew in my heart of hearts they were going to take this belt off of old juiceless JC and put it on Jordan. I know, and I said this earlier, I know JC has probably worked hard to get to where she is, but baby, you were not doing it for me in what was it, Toxic Attraction.
Yeah.
The only thing toxic about that was you coming out to the ring with that faction. And now you lead in Fatal Influence. Everything is toxic and fatal for a reason. Okay.
Hey, Faith, what was that you called her?
Oh, juiceless JC.
What the heck? Yo, calling her juiceless and seeing the minions spin and walk.
You would be that guy.
Tell me I'm wrong. She is not believable.
She's not.
As a champion, she is not believable. I can't. Okay.
Talk your shit, Faith.
Even if she had a mid card, she's not believable. I'm sorry.
No.
Right now, there is some more work that needs to be done behind the scenes. If you watched NXT on Tuesday, when Masha came out to the ring, okay, and her mic wasn't working, JC tried to pull a Roman and laugh at her like Roman did with Sheamus, right?
Right.
Even then, once Masha mic worked, she killed her. And it wasn't even that hard for Masha to kill her.
No.
All Masha had to do was open her mouth and speak and say some words, and it was over. So I'm really upset that they did not. I don't know if they don't have enough faith in Jordan. I don't know what it is, but Jordan needs to be in title contention, and she needs to be able to win that title. Her as women's NXT champion, I can get behind that. However, Blake Monroe, count your days, baby. I'm praying for you, because when Jordan get her hands on you,
It's my tag team partner.
that's all I'm gonna say.
Listen, I John can attest when I say this. I would have believed it more if it was Fallon Henley that beat Stephanie Valkyrie for the NXT Women's Championship. Like, she's the most improved out of that group, and I thought she was the full blown leader of the group. So I would have believed that even more. I'm like, oh, this is dope. She's came a long way, and here she is as champ. I agree. The woman is not believable. I think I forgot who it was, but someone called her the most beatable champion, and I agree. And shout out to our guy Jeremy from the Best of Our Podcast. They call her the Penguin because she has the face of the penguin.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
I'll never be able to look at the penguin never the same again.
Yeah, just longer hair and I think she's a beauty queen, but she's not. But don't let me get started because I'm not in that era to talk about that. But Leslie, your thoughts on the NXT Championship match and Blake Monroe?
So we were talking about Toxic Attraction. Let me just say, JC Jane was not the most talented member of that group. Shout out to Gigi Dolan. Having said all that, when it comes to this match, it frustrated me more than anything because I really think Jordan should have won that match. I think it was Monty that stayed earlier, over we were with some other friends and stated that Jordan was a juggernaut. So it's like, why would you have someone like a JC Jane win over someone like a Jordan Grace? As for Blake Monroe, I feel like I knew she was going to turn heel, but I feel like there was more story. Make it better. There was more story they could have told. Like I think maybe it was slightly too soon. Just my opinion, but yeah, that was disappointing to me. So hopefully they'll bring up Jordan soon to main roster. So that's the goal. I hope that's the end game.
Yeah, money.
Do y'all remember the barbershop? What happened in Brutus Beefcake's barbershop with Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels?
Somebody went through a window.
Yeah,
Yep,
just
and
like
pushed him through the window.
GCW.
What JC Jane is doing is if Marty Jannetty had become champion.
No.
I do not like her number
not
one.
the Jannetty.
So I'm a hater.
Yo.
But this is
Not the
what would
Jannetty.
happen if I feel like Sean is trying to make up for stuff that he's done in the past. And, you know, I understand that, you know, we all sin. We all do a lot of bad things. I understand that, you know, we are not perfect, but
You all fall short of his grace.
sometimes you just gotta let God punish people that need to be punished. That's all I gotta say. You gotta stand out of the way and just let them do it. What is going on right here, and this is what I feel about toxic attraction, fatal influence, whatever the hell they
It's a
want to call
ripoff.
themselves,
It's a
Discovery
ripoff.
TV show,
Even
whatever.
toxic attraction.
Great value toxic attraction. That's how I feel
Great
about
value.
Mhm. Yeah.
it.
I
Should have been Fallon.
Yep.
What the hell does Jessica do? Jasmine? I don't even know her name. Jasmine. What the
Jasmine.
hell
She's
does
just
she
there.
do?
She's just there.
She's green.
She's still learning.
She's green.
But JC is. I'm over it.
I get what they're doing. They're trying to give her a payoff because she's been there a long time, and this is probably gonna be her only championship reign. I guarantee she's not gonna get another one. My only reasoning for this booking is she's going to get fed to Marsha Savage, and Marsha Savage is going to become
Now,
an NXT champion.
That's what I'm looking forward to. I want the funny thing that I said when she retained the title was, "Good luck, bitch. You don't need it.
Yes,
you don't need it.
yes, because TNA allowed Trick Williams, to come on their turf and win the championship. So I think this would be all right. We scratched your back. Now let us have something. And if Marsha wins, this is gonna be bigger than Trick because Marsha's gonna be a double champion for two different companies. So that's gonna make history, and it's a woman making history. So it's a whole lot on the line this Sunday at Slammiversary. So I'm looking forward to that. So I don't know where they're gonna go with the whole Blickman role because I wasn't buying it when they tried to bring her in as a babyface. I'm like, this is not gonna last long. They were trying to push the babyface narrative, and they learned from their mistakes. They learned from the Cena mistakes. They learned from the Roman Reigns mistakes, trying to push him as a babyface, and clearly it was not working. So he had to do some soul searching. Thanks to the pandemic. Only good thing that came out of the pandemic. So they were like, you know what? This is not gonna work. Let's just let's just do it now. So I know, Leslie, you wanted it to wait, but it's one of those. They saw the writing on the wall, and her being the face doesn't stick. Her mannerisms, her attitude. This is basically Mariah May in NXT.
Right. That's true. That's true.
So if they was gonna make her face, she should have came with a whole different persona, a whole different thing. But they went what made her famous, and it's not gonna work as a babyface. So.
Trail, can I say something real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
We move on? I've seen it twice in the comments tonight, and Lena just posted it. And I said this to Monty and Leslie Tuesday night. Masha pinned JC and held up both titles. If they do not, I'm just saying this. If they keep JC and have JC take both titles, the outrage and crash out from it. I hope they pivot right after.
Well, let's just say this right now. ATD hasn't had an NXT watch along since they put the title on JC.
Oof.
It will stay that way.
Oof. Oof. They
We
boycott.
like juice.
The chiefess has spoken. She has spoken.
It
Listen,
will stay
Listen.
that way.
you know what,
And
Lena?
everybody loved our Tuesday watch alongs. It will stay that way until Shawn Michaels gets his head out of his rear end and cooks us something better than this.
Look, Lena, Faith, do not put that in the atmosphere because I get it because everyone's saying she's a beatable champion and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, watch this. So I get it, but it's like they have to do it the other way because it's kind of like if they're gonna have JC win as well, then it's basically TNA AEW merge all over again. We had Kenny Omega winning their title, and TNA got nothing out of it.
Yep.
So we can't have that because TNA is flourishing right now. And what better way to even increase the popularity of TNA by having their champion pull up on NXT with NXT Gold? So I'm hoping I'm gonna stick to it. I got Masha Slamovich winning, but I swear if they lose, Lena, I'm coming for you. And Faith, respectfully, I'm be like, why'd you do that?
Don't get mad at me. I don't want to see it. I like Juice. I don't want Juiceless JC to have 2 championships. I will just pass out and just disappear. I don't want to see it.
Juiceless hashtag Juiceless JC trending worldwide, as The Rock would say. So now let's move on to the better half of Evolution. This is where matches really started picking up, and that was a fatal 4-way for the tag team championships. We got Judgment Day of Raquel and the woman who pretty much got what she wanted and got Liv Morgan out the way, Roxanne Perez, defending the titles against the Kabuki Warriors, Zarya and Soruka, the women's North American champion, and of course the most intriguing tag team in all of WWE right now, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. And I'm gonna give Alexa Bliss her flowers right now because she is the sole reason people are starting to care about Charlotte Flair. Like in the match, for the first time, I think ever, fans were saying we want Charlotte. When have you ever heard anyone say we want Charlotte? I haven't heard it. Oh, you have money? Oh, okay. Unless it's we want Charlotte to leave.
By myself. It was me by myself.
Okay, so you were the one person I heard the whole time.
I love me some Charlotte.
But so it's like I get to give also Charlotte more props because she's been she asked for a character change. She wants to bring Ashley Flair more out there.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that she even said she's cool, she never wins another championship for the rest of her career. I mean, would she take it if they offer it? Of course, who wouldn't? Only a fool would say no. But she's cool with it, that she doesn't win again. And she looks like the dynamic between her and Alexa Bliss is like two sisters play fighting all the time, picking on each other. That little dynamic is like it's like Charlotte is enjoying life right now. Like she's having fun, and that's what I love to see about it. So it's like she's starting to get fans again. So, well, there's more added to the Money fan club for Charlotte Flair. This match itself, it cooked. I loved it. Raquel Rodriguez, as of late, has been looking like Raquel Gonzalez. And that's what I've been wanting for years since she stepped foot on the main roster. Because that whole smiling, flexing her back, it wasn't doing nothing for me. So for her, Judgment Day has been changing a lot of people's careers, and it definitely changed Raquel for the better because she kind of looked like Diesel in that match. She looked like Kevin Nash. I mean, so I loved it. This whole Zarya and Soruka thing, I I'm looking forward for them to break up already because they've been teasing that for a long time. That's like the third time Soruka ate a spear from Zarya, so something's got to give. I thought it would be Zarya to turn heel, but I would not be surprised if it's actually Soruka. Um, Moni, your thoughts on the match and the outcome?
Well, let's just say this right now. I love Big Mommy Cool. I love that Big Mommy Cool is starting to come out more and more. Of course, you mentioned Big Sexy Kevin Nash. You know, I love me some Kevin Nash. That's the first Kevin in wrestling that I was in love with. But I do want to say this right now. The dynamic between Lexi and Charlotte, to me, is what is making my mouth water for the tag division. It's not a can they coexist. It's a, yeah, they're not friends. They're not friends. They're allies of convenience. I love this because eventually they're going to become friends and it's going to make me happy. But I appreciate that. You want Zarya and Sol Ruka to break up?
They've been teasing it. They've been teasing for a while now.
Shawn Michaels was teasing for months Fraxium breaking up, and Fraxium is still together.
Yeah, but Nathan Frazier hasn't speared Axiom multiple times, causing him to lose.
And they actually are a really good tag team. I can't say that about Zaruka. They're better. Some people are just better off as solo stars.
The moment Sol Ruka put the title on Sol Ruka, I'm like, eventually, it's gonna be her Zarya.
Eventually, I mean, I can see where you're coming from with that, but I kind of want them to hold off on that one and just keep it. As for, I mean, I'm enjoying them together, and I know it's coming, but I'd like to just enjoy them together right now. As for the Kabuki Warriors, I love Asuka. I'm happy they're back. I'm happy that Asuka is teaming with Kairi and everything. What I'm curious to see is what's going to happen with Liv. Because the one thing about the Judgment Day storyline is it's messy. It's messy. So but I know Liv's going to come back and it's just going to be messy. And I'm excited.
True. And I think it's also the Liv Morgan effect because they were on their way to it being extra messy. But the moment she had that injury, it's almost like they kind of backed off from the messiness. It's like now everyone is like a unit. Like Dom, he's going along with it. He hasn't really put his eye on Roxanne, which, you know, if he knows what's good for him, he don't.
He gonna
exactly. Raquel is like, all right, cool. You know, we got to defend these titles. It is what it is. So now it's like you got the Tejanas. That's like little sis. So Roxanne's growing on Raquel. Uncle Finn, the messiest one of them all, he's putting this all together and he's like, well, shit, I got to live out the way. This is working. We all a family. We all got gold. Dominic has gold. Roxanne has gold. Raquel has gold. They got tag team gold. So it's like they flying high right now. So I think they're backing off, breaking them up. But the moment Liv does come back, I really do think they're going to have it set up to where she's going to come back a face. And Raquel's going to be like, you left me. You said all this stuff about me not holding my weight, this and this and that. Roxanne has been proving herself, you know, worthy to the group. And it's going to be, instead of, I don't know what they're going to do with Dom, because that's the wild card of it all. Because we were supposed to get Dom and Liv and against, you know, Roxanne and Finn, but we're not getting that. So I don't know what they're going to do with the Judgment Day. Faith, what do you think about this tag team match and pretty much how Judgment Day is going right now?
First off, I loved every bit of this tag match. There was a comment that was said in our watch along where in traditional 4-way tag matches, you start out with 4 people in the ring. And in this, we only started out with 2. I would have loved to just have that chaos, but at the same time, the way it started out was just fine as well. I love how I think people are calling them twisted royalty,
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte and Alexa. I love how from the entrance the storyline was there. From the entrance, they was being so petty, and I loved everything about it. Um, and then also in the end, seeing Ashley protect Alexa,
Yeah.
Yes.
I loved that because it's like, okay, now they may not be friends yet,
But I
but at
got your
least
back.
I got your back, and Alexa knows that. I think all teams did great. I'm glad to see the Kabuki Warriors back. I'm glad that Asuka is back, recovered, healed, and she is showing out as well. When it comes to the Judgment Day, I feel like I'm watching a soap opera.
Yep.
Dare I say that Judgment Day is like the WWE Love Island right now.
I was
It's
gonna say Days of Our Lives because
Days of Our Lives.
we got
too.
Master Ooze Theater and then we got Days of Our Lives.
It is just the messiest thing, and you love to see it sometimes, but you also hate to see it sometimes. I do think that Liv is going to cost Raquel and Roxanne their titles.
All right, I'm a address this elephant in the room just to piss John off. Nessa says happy 20th anniversary to Dominic Mysterio. You know, like you said, 20 years in the game, and technically he ain't not lying.
Dominic Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero's son.
I'm gonna charge that to the. I'm gonna charge that to your meds and forgive you.
She was saying that on Sunday. But and also the whole with the comment she made earlier about the Kabuki Warriors, I said the same thing on the watch along. It was crazy how everybody had the little sister and the muscle, and then you had the Kabuki Warriors. And I was like, don't sleep on them because they hit harder than dudes. But
shout out to Lena because Greg just reminded us Lena came up with Twisted Royalty.
Okay, well, you already know we always gonna show love to Lena because Lena is she's a master at words.
When she speaks, when the author speaks, y'all better listen.
We do, or she spike you, as she always says. But Leslie, your thoughts on the tag team match for the titles?
Well, y'all just about covered what I was thinking, but I agree. Trail, I believe it was you that was saying that with Sol Ruka and Zarya to split them up. I agree with you on that. Sol Ruka is awesome as a singles competitor. Like I said before, I'm a proud day one Sol Ruka fan. That finisher, that Soul Snatcher is insane. So I do feel that would be better. They did very well in that match, but I do feel that they would be better separate. Even for Zarya, keep her singles. I feel that would benefit her as well. Y'all said for Charlotte and Lexi, I like it. I like the dynamic. I like it. It's good. It's kind of one of those a little hint of opposites attract, but yet as they grow, they're going to realize they're more alike than they thought when they first got together, so to speak. So I feel that's how that in the storyline, that's how that relationship's going to work. Let's see who we got. The Kabuki Warriors, they're just them. They're amazing. They're good in their own right. Asuka, they're amazing. Then you get this messiness with Judgment Day. You got Raquel. The comment was made, I think, in an interview or something. Kevin Nash had said with Raquel, just the thing with her is that she needed to work. What was it? Work big, like and we've seen that kind of that transition to where she's took that advice and it's made her better, and it's like she's doing amazing with it. And like you said, I feel now we're seeing more of Raquel Gonzalez than we have in a long time, and that's good for her. But man, when Liv comes back, she's not going to be happy, and she's going to have some mess to sort through, isn't she? So
she's going to flip the table.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see what she how she handles this. And if it's in typical Liv Morgan fashion, it's going to be shenanigans and chaos. So,
Crash out.
Yes. And even if it's in an arm sling, I hope she shows up at SummerSlam. It's in her backyard. She has to be there in some capacity. So, you know, get her a plane ticket or something, have her back there, even if just to show up and, fake like she wants to wish everybody good luck in the Judgment Day and their matches, except for Dominic, because she's always gonna have Dominic's back. But this is like what 2 years straight. There's always some Judgment Day business in the summertime. It's all cool in the fall, in the spring, and the winter. But when it comes summer, just something always happens. It's like a bad omen for them.
Yes,
But John, your thoughts, sir?
I thought it was a dope match. And Asuka ain't slick. I saw the way she was looking at Soul Worker when she did that entrance. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. But let me be clear, this was dope. I was happy for Zoruka because I get that spotlight, and we always say their days are numbered as a team, but for while we still have them, we're gonna enjoy them. Seeing Zoruka and Charlotte Flair with that soul snatcher was not on my bingo card. Somebody was getting their soul snatched. I was shocked it was Charlotte Flair, but bigs up to her for being a good sport. And the rest is the match in general. Like y'all said, seeing her take the bullet seeing her pull Alexa Bliss out of the fire, and that led to that Zarya spear on Sol Ruka was crazy. And then just living, and I mean Raquel and Roxanne, they looking like they're fine. They're gonna find their footing eventually. But I know Liv's gonna have something to say. That mural is wild to me. She's not dead. She just had a shoulder injury. But I mean, what do I know? But that's just wild. But it was a good match in general. And seeing the Kabuki Warriors back, looked like they didn't lose a step after a year away from teaming up was great. Obviously, Zaruka getting that spotlight. Soruka was just all weekend from SmackDown to Evolution. She proved she can be a workhorse. And then obviously, Charlotte and Alexa, like I said, there's more meat on that bone that we're going to see, especially coming off the Players Tribune article by Ashley Fleer. I think we're going to see more of that when it comes to this tandem. But it's about the Judgment Day right now. They got the gold, and as they said, the one with the gold rules.
Yeah, and they're pretty much they're looking like the Bloodline again. All the gold. They're Well, let me take that back because before Liv got there, they really were running Monday Night Raw just like the Bloodline. But now it's like they're a mid-card faction, not really out there doing anything. So my apologies to the Bloodline for that comparison because they're nothing like that right now. I'm looking for this whole Judgment thing to be over because. I mean, I love it, but eventually it's been 2 years and it has to come to an end. Unfortunately, it took Liv to get an injury to set that back a few months, but the sooner the better. And I can see WrestleMania to be the place to pretty much end it. So, and we're definitely going to be in Vegas again to see that live. So I'm looking forward to that. So now we get into the meat and potatoes, the final two matches that pretty much... Not the final two, the final three. And that is Jay Cargill, Naomi, and that no-holds-barred fight with Bianca Belair as the referee. That match cooked so good that I was telling John that this is one of those matches that kind of should have been the main event. I get why it wasn't, considering what happened in the actual main event itself. But if that didn't happen, this definitely would have fit the bill as the main event of the show because Bianca, again, put in another Tyler Perry production acting skills on display, pretending that she was trying to care for both of them. I don't know what her motives are on this. I somewhat still don't trust her. Nessa still believes she has something to do with the Jay Cargill attack. I'm starting to think that way. I always figured she had a hand in it, but I wasn't too sure. Now it's like She may or may not have, but that match itself, those two went at it, and it was way 10 times better than WrestleMania.
Hmm.
I mean, they let them girls cook, and it was like two sisters having a fight out there in the parking lot at the family barbecue. That something had to been squared, settled because it's been brewing over the text messages or whatever. And they just like, let's just run this fade, and they ran a fade. Naomi got her nose busted. She ate a jaded through a table. It was awesome. I loved it. Monty, how much of this like you really enjoyed this match, and what was your highlight of that match?
Honestly, I have to say the highlight of the match for me was when Naomi broke that LED light, that LED TV in the like, that was hilarious to me. Um, as for Bianca's Diary of a Mad Black Woman acting, um, she helped. She participated in this. She was part of this. They jumped Jade. I believe that firmly. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. They
Yes.
jumped Jade. They did it together. They jumped Jade.
Yeah,
As for her, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm over here and I'm still looking at it and I'm just like, girl, you know what to do. But as for the match, her Bianca Naomi eating the jaded through the table compared to the WrestleMania match, this one was better. This one was a lot better.
Facts. Leslie.
That match was so good. It was physical. It was physical. Some of those spots were like, you had your OMG moments with those spots. Monty said, you have two girls out there. They were giving it their best. It was physical. The big thing is you had Bianca out there. Everybody's, what's Binky gonna do? What's Bianca gonna do? But you know what? I said it with humble roses. I see you, Bianca Belair. I love you, but I see you. Naomi did not do this by herself. And I'm with Monty. I'm dedicated to it. Bianca was in on it. There's no doubt to me. If I'm wrong at the end, I guess I admit it and get on here and admit it somewhere. But I'm standing, Bianca. Bianca, we see you. We love you, but we see you, Binky. We do. But it was good, guys. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, we hear publicly said if it turns out she had nothing to do with it, we would publicly go on Twitter's announce on the show that we apologize.
We
Yeah, Vanessa.
okay. Keep going. Just making sure. All right, go back. Go ahead, OCC. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we're gonna get up here and apologize. Like my bad, B. But as of right now, she's still guilty until proven innocent. And my theory is she's gonna turn heel and crash out regardless, and still didn't have anything to do with it. I think she's gonna get tired of this whole drama, and she's gonna go on her own and just pretty much crash out on both of them. But now it's interesting to see where this story goes, considering what happened later on that night. But Faith, your thoughts on the match?
I'm gonna start with Bianca. Her song says it all for me. She never needed you at all. Okay, she never needed you at all. The outfit that she posted before Evolution, 100% said to Jade, "I never needed you at all." How you cut off Jade's face? How you, John? Come on, John. John.
I'm not finna do this to my queen like this, man. Go ahead.
I'm just saying. How you gonna wear? You mean to tell me you couldn't have the seamstress center that picture better, but you have the zigzags going over Jade's face? But on Naomi's side, the picture was clear. Perfect. I watch all the details. I have a notebook. I keep stuff in. And so do I think Bianca had something to do with it? I do. But I think she's going to come out no matter what, looking innocent in the end. And I'll tell you why. I think she built up a whole bunch of mess in Naomi's head.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was driving Naomi to the point they don't respect you. Jade never respected you. She came in and got right in the title picture with me. I think it was something like that we don't get to see. If she is, and like everybody else has said, if it comes out she had nothing to do with it, Binky, I'm sorry, boo, but right now I don't trust you. I'm
To
sorry.
to quote Miss Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter, I ain't sorry.
I ain't sorry.
I ain't sorry.
That's the full gov. You know she's sorry. But before I let John have the floor, because like Nessa said, not Nessa, like JoJo said, the dude's going through it right now with the Bianca slander in his mind. But Faith, me and Nessa did peeped out that little photo, and it's like this one's out, but that one's kind of tucked in, so it's like a little soulness right there. And I don't know if you guys notice, every time Bianca and Jay look at each other, there's a story being told right there. Like Jay's looking at her like, yeah, like don't think everything's sweet either. Because when I say I don't trust none of y'all, I don't trust none of y'all. And Bianca's looking. It's like the evidence mounts up from Elimination Chamber up to now. It's like she had her jacket on. When Jay pulled up, she's already locked in the pie, and she's taking off her jacket like she about to scrap it, even though she can't get out of the cage.
Exactly. And the way she reacted when Naomi got beat up, I'm over here and I'm like, you being a little bit too dramatic here.
Like I said, the
And
Tyler
then you
Perry
won the
production.
match?
Yeah. And she was like, I still have to focus on winning. I'm like, oh. Okay.
Which was also similar to how Naomi, when it came time for them to find somebody for War Games, she said, first and foremost, we got to find somebody to replace Jade for War Games. Same sentiment from Bianca saying, I got to focus on winning. Also, I want to address the comment there that says, how was she involved when it happened, when she was in the ring, when it happened? Jade was on that windshield before that match started.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
Jade
was on that windshield before that match started.
So they dropped her. They dropped her. They went to go do the match.
Leslie and I both studied
criminal justice. As they was walking to the ring.
Leslie, come on. What do you think? What do you think? They jumped her, pushed her on the windshield. Bianca said, okay, I'm going to act like nothing happened. We end this together. I'm going to act like, oh my God, that is what happened. They jumped her before Bianca went to the ring, acted like nothing was going on. Everything was fine. They did it.
But it's so, with that scenario, it's so amazing how in that scenario that Naomi would be the one to take the constant beatings from Jade when she come back. But it'll all play out. So we'll see. Poor John. Come on, John.
Yeah, you know what? Go ahead, John. You waited long enough.
Leslie.
Uh-oh.
Where are you from again?
What?
Where are you from again?
He pressed.
Where are you from again? Am I mistaken? Are you from East Knoxville? That was a rhetorical question. That was a rhetorical question. The nerve of y'all. I'm not gonna let y'all
that said it though.
In my face like this.
Don't get us wrong. We love Bianca too, but come on now, John.
She's innocent.
She
I'm
did.
not gonna let you slander my queen like this. My queen is clear right now. My theory got killed the moment Jakari Jackson got released. For those of y'all don't know, y'all weren't here. I told Terrell and Nessa, my theory was Naomi was the mastermind, and the meta girls were hired guns. and that would have led for their extension to the main roster. Unfortunately, Jakar Jackson got released, and that killed my alibi. That killed that alibi. But Lash Legend still on the roster, so I still have half a hope. I still
No, you don't.
This man is hanging on to that theory by a thread.
Let me have my hope now.
No.
I have my hope now, but that's a hope. But we'll say that's a SummerSlam. We'll say that's SummerSlam.
Hold up. Money's head tilt is like,
boy, if you don't get the fuck out my face.
I'm not gonna do my EST like this. This is Ball Nation right here. I'm diehard. This is Tennessee right here. I got family from Tennessee. I'm not gonna let y'all disrespect Knoxville's finest like that. I'm not gonna do that. But let me get to the match. It's
Start. Real quick.
Yes, Leslie.
I am from Tennessee as well, not far from Knox Vegas. So I feel you.
See? The blasphemy. I'll do Bianca Belair like this. But to the match. I need Monty said it. The jaded off the top rope into the table that got me. I was like, yo. And I was just hoping they would just go out there and just throw hands. And they did. Everything. It was really no holds barred. I would have liked it to be false count anywhere because Trail was hitting on what if this would have ended with Naomi going through the windshield? Well, it didn't. And Naomi, we'll talk about her later on, but it was just a dope match. It was one of my favorite matches of the night. To me, it would have been number one if the main event didn't cook and had that little seasoning at the end. But this would have been my best match of the night. This would have been my best match of the night. They that's it.
Yeah, because I was at first I'm like, why does a no holds barred match need a referee in the first place? So I'm wondering, did Bianca go in there and say, hey, I ain't got nothing to do. Let me scope out be part of this match firsthand, because I was already on the case the moment Nick Aldis was addressing tag team championships and Naomi was like, wait, I can step in. I was like, damn, that was kind of fast. And Bianca was like, all right, cool. I'm like, damn, that was a little too quick. So I already knew something was up. And even Drew McIntyre was looking at her like, I see what you're doing.
Can I ask a question, Trail?
Go ahead.
I just want to ask, particularly John this question, but everyone else that believes Bianca is innocent. Do y'all think Jade was just? I'm just gonna be Jade. I'm walking backstage. Oh, look at that pretty car. Let me stand here with my back to the walkway and admire this pretty Chevy, this pretty Hyundai Sonata.
Heck no.
I heard this theory before. Miss Faith, are you allegedly possibly saying that she threw herself on the vehicle?
No.
Okay.
No. What I'm saying is y'all gonna tell me straight to my face with no smirk on your face that Naomi just took out Jade on her own.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How she get on the car? If you got a powerhouse like her and you gonna fight her, you hit her from behind, that means you trying to tell me she was just standing there admiring that car with her back all open. No.
Hey, Kiara and Tanisha, my main event mamas. I believe you. So yeah, that's a fun analogy though, because you're like, ooh, that's car. I'm gonna go buy my.
Here.
What's up, TJ? Nova Syndicate. Yeah, I get what you're saying, because ain't no way she's gonna stand there and say, damn, that car is fire. I should get that car in yellow or something. Ah!
Both of them to pick her up and to push her through.
Thank you.
They probably power bombed her.
Miss Tanisha in the house.
Oh, Tanisha.
Oh, it's just Tanisha. Hey, Nisha.
The busiest mama in show business.
Yeah, and technically, we got on the show again. Shout out to you. But yeah, I get it because she is the EST, the strongest. This is one of the monikers she has. So if anyone can
Was the
pick up,
strongest.
yeah, that's true. I mean, Liv kind of pointed that out when they was in the ring together. It was like, you were the strongest, but and she kind of gave Jay that look, and Jay was like, man, yeah, well, she kind of, the girl ain't lying, type of vibe. So maybe from the start, because I knew it from when they met up in the Royal Rumble, and they both had that press off, and they was pressing the females. It was like, this is gonna lead to something. And when they automatically put them together, I'm like, yep, there's gonna be some drama brewing because two females of our culture sometimes they get along, but there's gonna be a time where
They're gonna butt heads.
yeah, well, hey, so but it's I noticed that so far, even though she's injured, Bianca has yet had any interference between any interactions physical wise between Naomi and Bianca had all the time in the world to sock up Naomi out the elimination chamber.
Yep.
All the time in the world. Didn't take it. Why didn't she take it? Because Jade sure as hell did. So why didn't Bianca stop Jade for beating down Naomi?
Blasphemy.
Hey man, listen. If you want to live in denial in Knoxville, Tennessee, you go ahead. But
I'm trying to, hey man, I don't want to get my Ball Nation card revoked.
some of us we see what the problem is. So the sooner the better, and hopefully they all clash in Paris. If you catch my drift. So the next one was a banger, and that was the triple threat match with Lyra, Bayley, and Becky Lynch.
So good.
I was one of the ones that booked with my heart and wanted Bayley to win because she's been there the longest. She's had almost every accolade there is. She's the most underappreciated full horsewoman in the group. She's put in the work. Her and Sasha saved the division, saved SmackDown during the pandemic outside of Roman Reigns.
Raw.
She missed WrestleMania storyline wise. She missed her shot at WrestleMania. I thought for sure she was gonna win this, but needless to say, the whole match cooked so good. I'm loving Lyra Valkyria's new attitude. Ever since Becky Lynch came back and turned heel, this has been the best thing going for Lyra because as a champion, I liked her as a champion, but I understood why people were saying she was boring. She showed no character. She showed no emotion. That attitude came out the moment Becky did that to her, and she's on the verge of crashing out herself, and I'm loving it. I'm loving this physical Lyra Valkyria. Becky, well, it's Becky. So, but I'm not gonna do Becky like that. But I think she's the most overrated one in the four horsewomen. But that's just my opinion. The match cooked. I like the ending sequence, the way Becky won that match, pinning Bayley. So I'm anxious to see what's next for the IC Championship. Who's her next challenger? Because it looks like it's going to be Lyra Valkyria because she beat Bayley, which again I thought Bayley was going to win that. It should have been Bayley and Becky because I had Bayley and Becky at SummerSlam with Bayley finally get the title, elevate the Intercontinental Championship, be the workhorse champion that she would have been because I guarantee you she would have been defending that title at least twice a month as opposed to Becky just holding on to it like another purse.
Angel.
But yes, Moni, your thoughts on that match and how'd you rank that match?
Honestly, I think that I think all of us are in the same consensus. Bayley should have won. Honestly, the match was amazing. That's how you open a show. But Bayley should have won. Now I'm not gonna sit there and I'm not gonna disrespect Bird Lady. I know a lot of people don't like her, but I like Bird Lady. She does need a little bit more work on promo because it's like she's reading off a script, but give her some time. But I feel like Bayley should have won it. But that's just me though.
Bayley turning heel at SummerSlam against who? She gonna cost Lyra the match?
I think she turns heel in Paris, or just beats the hell out of Becky. Well,
What if Bailey aligns herself with Becky?
You had that sinister look on her face. She had some evil intentions. Anytime they got a close up on her.
Well, the interesting thing is too, both Becky and Becky threw up the 4, and Bailey threw up the 4. So,
Yeah, it just that'll never go away. You once a 4 horsewoman, you always gonna be a 4 horsewoman. So it's always good. They're always gonna have that signal. I would love it, but at the same time, I would hate it because you're putting Bailey back in a tag team instead of having her flourish as a single star. So it's like it's cool, but it's like why? That you pretty much putting her back down where she was already up here as the women's WWE champion like a year ago. So it's like, why are we doing this again? Put her in a tag team. I don't know. It's the women's division is so unpredictable right now in a good way that I'm loving it. So Leslie, hear your thoughts on the triple threat.
It was good. Definitely an awesome way to open up the show. I too wanted Bailey to win. I've always liked Bailey. You know, she's been one of my favorites. Lara, you know, she's growing on me, and it's like it's taken me a while to let's see what's the word, to become a fan of hers. But you know, you're right, this attitude change for hers, maybe that's where it's clicking for me and be like, okay, I can rock with this, you know. Still, she's still young, still green, still, you know, she's still got some work to do, but she'll get there. And Becky, as you said, it's just Becky. Becky is going to be, I don't know. It's just Becky, and you know, she was part of that first group of women that came up there with, you know, you had the 4 horsewomen, and but I really wanted Bailey. And as far as her being in a tag team, I'm like, no, keep her, you know, on that journey with herself. Now, if her and Becky connect, wonderful. You know, there you have a kind of a 4 horsewoman reunification, I guess is a good word, but I don't know. But yeah, I liked it. I wanted Bailey for the win. So we'll see where they go from there with it.
Faith?
This match gave me everything. As y'all know, I have been saying for weeks, give me Bailey, Lyra, and Becky at Evolution in a triple threat. Take empty out my savings account because I knew it was going to be something to watch. I have to agree with our wise woman Leslie that Lyra, she is coming into her own, but she's got a little bit more to go. I do like her leaning more towards the heel side than the face side. I think she has some layers within her. And I think Becky tried to bring it out of her with the comment about like her fiance and stuff like that, hoping that Lyra, you know, would fire off. And it just kind of, she peaked for a second and then it just flattened out as it tends to do with her. But her in-ring, I'm sorry, that Nightwing, I think is her finisher. That Nightwing is crazy.
Right?
That Nightwing is crazy. I like it. Bailey, what can you say about Bailey? I don't need the role model right now. I don't want to see Hugger Bailey. I need to see Ding Dong Hello Bailey.
Oh my goodness.
I love Ding Dong
Bailey I need.
She got the doorstep. She got the doorstep.
Yep, and calling Michael Cole. I want her.
She still does.
To have a match. Okay.
Right.
Greatest love story outside of Twilight.
Oh
but
Lord.
That's Bailey that I'm hoping that we get. Actually, and really, I hope it is a more complex Bailey, where we get a little bit of everything in her, because I think I can deliver it storyline wise and in the ring. Give me a little bit of cheating. Give me a little bit of care. Give me a little bit of just straight up evil. Remember how she tormented Bianca? Like, give me some of all of that. But I did want Bailey. I was hoping that Bailey would win. I think she would have opened it up for a lot of other women in NXT possibly. Just like Becky did when she had the NXT championship and brought it to the main roster to give some other women chances. And Becky is just Becky. You know, Becky is so unserious. I love that on the Raw before Evolution, she came out in Hulk Hogan colors.
That was funny.
I don't know if anybody else caught that,
Oh,
but
no, I caught that right away.
We caught it all
Oh,
right.
I caught that right away. Because soon as she retained at Evolution, the first thing she said was, "I'm not Becky Hogan. I'm Becky freaking Lynch."
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, "Okay, she gonna be on that troll." Then she came out with that red and yellow. I'm like, "Yep." She's like, "That's not gonna work for me, brother."
The fact that somebody in the arena had the Becky Hogan hashtag Becky Hogan sign, and then the next day she came out on Raw, she was wearing Hulk Hogan colors, and I was like, "Oh,
she embracing
that
it.
shit."
Oh, she's embracing that.
She's embracing it, and she's repping for her husband. He can't be Seth freaking Rollins right now, but she damn sure gonna be Becky freaking Lynch, and as she should.
As she should.
Was there a time where we were kind of, maybe I'm the only one, but we were kind of like, come on, Becky.
Yep. The whole heel run with the fashion, all that different type of big ass glasses she was wearing, the overdone fur coats. Oh yeah, that was a hit.
I happen to prefer that Becky Lynch.
Big time Bex?
I like that Becky Lynch. The over the top outfits. You gotta understand, I'm the person on the live that when Seth Rollins used to come out in over the top clothes, I'm the one who sits there and makes the club kids comment. I happen to enjoy the over the top outfits. I talk trash about them, but that's just because they're so over the top, and it's like a fashion show.
Mm-hmm.
But they give club kid realness to me. I just wait for James St. James and Richie Rich and Michael Alec, rest in peace, to just come out and just be with them. That's all. I expected them to be on Sally Jesse Raphael while I'm having a sick day in the 90s. That's just me though.
Sally Jesse Raphael. God, I haven't heard that name in God knows when.
Me neither. I still remember those red glasses.
I will be 40 in September.
I'm 40 now.
40 now.
Did you guys just turn 40?
Yeah, I'll be 41 in September. September what?
The 10th.
26. I'll be 41.
Yep. Just a couple old people just, going around the round table discussing Sally Jesse Raphael. That's what we're doing in 2025.
I have to agree with Greg. I do like the man. I like Becky Lynch with the man gimmick.
Oh, we ain't talking about the man gimmick. We talking about the big time Bex.
Big time
I
Bex.
know. I like the man over big time Bex.
So do I. We can thank Nia for that.
Well, that's true.
Thank you, Nia. We acknowledge you for sure. John, your thoughts on the triple threat?
Well, I'll be for this to be the main event, and I would have been so ecstatic because I thought that would have been Bayley's moment in the sun to have her walk out of Evolution with the IC title. But then when I saw that Bianca was pulling up to be the special guest referee, I was like, there's not a better match to kick the night off than this. They've obviously, you've noticed probably over the last year or so, they've always had a banger leadoff. They've always had an Otani type match where it just hits it out the park. This was the perfect one for it because this was the perfect one for it. Becky, the way she won, it was crafty. It wasn't like she didn't make. It made Bayley look vulnerable, and Lyra is finally coming into her own. Like Monty said, everybody was saying, like Trell was saying, a lot of people wasn't feeling her gimmick because they thought it was just rinse and recycle how she was in NXT, but now she's finally finding her voice. She's finally finding her edge. Sometimes it takes that. I always say this all the time, ladies. Sometimes the first title reign is like your first contract in sports. You're just happy to getting it, and you're happy to get to be successful. But the second title reign is what's going to keep you in the building. Are you going to elevate, or are you just going to be known as just a guy or just a girl? So if she eventually gets the title reign down the line, which I think she will, maybe some months from now, probably not this year, maybe sometime next year, we'll see a more edgy or more developed, more prepared Lyra Valkyria. But I was bummed Bailey didn't win, but I understand. But I see Becky winning, and obviously we know what's going to happen at SummerSlam. But I think Bailey is coming for that belt, come hell or high water. She gonna get it.
I agree. I'm anxious to see what's going to happen afterwards because I don't think Lyra's going to win. I think at this point, Becky Lynch is going to have a stranglehold in Intercontinental Championship. So I'm just wondering to see who's going to be the woman to take it off of her. Because I'm thinking it's going to be the winner of the Battle Royal that I was loving because they had a whole lot of people that I wanted to see in there, and they showed out my girl Miss Parker. That's LSU's finest, and I do mean fine.
Sign me up for her and Lash Legend any day. As Faith says, take me to the cake factory
and the candy shop. But anyway, you guys mentioned it earlier on the Humble Roses. Lash Legend. Standout. That girl's a stallion. No pun intended. No disrespect. That girl is a stallion. For her to pick up Nia, I literally thought she was gonna dump her over like Cesaro did Big Show at WrestleMania a few years ago. And she would have. But I don't know what the angle that they did with, her and Lola, not her, Lola and Stephanie. I'm like, all right, cool. I get it. But she easily could have did that herself. So shout out to Lash Legend. Her main roster time is coming once she gets through whatever business she's gonna have with Jada Parker, because I'm gonna be all eyes and ears whenever that goes down.
I hear you, TJ.
But Lash, she was an MVP of that Battle Royal. I enjoyed the dynamic with Chelsea Green and Nikki Bella. Considering that Nikki Bella was supposed to have a match with Liv Morgan, so technically she wasn't even supposed to be in the Battle Royal, but obviously they had to pivot. They put her in the Battle Royal. Her and Chelsea, I like the dynamic. They cooked on Monday Night Raw. So once you give Chelsea Green time to shine, she gonna shine. Kalani Jordan, that's all I gotta say. That's Kalani Jordan.
Studied the book of Naomi.
I mean, she's studied the book of Naomi and she surpassed it. The girl is a gifted athlete. And again, congrats to her and Carmelo.
Yo, what's wrong with you, man?
On the engagement.
You gonna slander Carmelo?
Wow,
Trell.
Hey, he is him, but you cannot tell me with them braids he did not look like Bow Wow.
Man,
Tell me I'm wrong, and I'll wait. Okay.
Dang, y'all didn't respond?
It's a little Bow Wow-ish. Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I love Carmelo. He's him. But I'm not going to ignore the fact the boy look like he works with So Def.
That's Maya and Genuine.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. But the match itself, it was awesome. The Devil's Kiss on Lash Legend on the apron. Hey, I'm always an advocate for the Devil's Kiss. So
sorry, ladies. I'm sorry.
This is a sick Negro.
Every time, John. Every time. It ain't even Tuesday or Friday. Every time.
Every day is John Day when John Watson's in the building.
You don't help in this conspiracy theorist. Only...
Hey, but it didn't have nothing to do with pound cakes, though. You know what I'm saying? but as everybody said, the right woman won this match, and it was Stephanie Baker. And I enjoyed the fact that her promo, being that English is her second language, her promo was getting better every time she touched the mic. And it's like they're really giving her the time, because that is going to be the face of that women's division when the Rhea Ripleys are gone, when the Baileys are gone, the Becky Lynches are gone, the division's gonna run off of Stephanie Baker, and I am all for it, and I'm happy she's won. I'm anxious to see who she gonna pick because that's a conundrum in itself. If I'm Stephanie, I'll wait till SummerSlam is over, and make her decision because I think Clash in Paris is a few weeks after that. So I'm wondering who she gonna get. Is she gonna fight Naomi? Is she gonna fight Rhea? Is she gonna fight Io? Is she gonna fight Jade? Will somehow Tiffany Stratton get past Jade Cargill and we get Tiffany and Stephanie? And I think Stephanie's probably the only. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna feel about that match, but I'm gonna like it because Stephanie's in it. Yeah, I'm saying. Don't look at me like that, Faith. It's the truth. If Stephanie's in it, it's already a 5-star.
Yes.
I have to agree.
It's already a 5-star. So, Leslie, your thoughts on that battle royal and pretty much the company once again giving Stephanie the seal of approval.
Y'all, was that not awesome? There was so much talent on display in that battle royal, and y'all were talking Lash Legend early. Once again, that's another one I've been a day one fan of. Go Lash, yes. Just so many. You had, I think, you had. Oh gosh, you had Stephanie Bakir in there. You had Nia Jax. You had Nikki Bella. You had Kalani Jordan. The list could go on and on. But it was really good. You saw some good matchups. Saw some good matchups. I wouldn't mind seeing again in the future. But the clear winner was the best choice. Stephanie Bakir. As I said on Humble Roses, let me just shout out her. She seems so humble. And speaking of humble, she seems so humble and grateful in her speech. And it was just, she just seemed just genuine. And, so I hope she, I wish greater things for her. Stephanie's going to be, Miss Bakir La Primera is going to be one to deal with in the future. I'm excited for her.
And TJ, they are booking Julia. I mean, she's already the United States champion, and she's been on the main roster for like a month, and she's already holding the gold. But when they was in NXT, they realized they initially tried to push Julia as the face of that NXT division, having her as the next Asuka. For some reason, Stephanie's stock rose higher than Julia's.
Yeah.
And she's proved it. I mean, we and John, we were live at the what was that?
New Year's Evil.
No, the one we went to on Money Bank weekend.
Worlds Collide.
Worlds Collide. We saw Stephanie Bakir firsthand. It's like this woman has a following. Every time she comes out, the fans go crazy for her. She has like one of the dopest yet simplest, damn near iconic entrances with the horns and the red, and she doesn't do much in that entrance. She just walks, and the camera's the best friend. She makes the camera don't make her.
All she does is,
and all she does is point. That's it, and it works for her. And she has this big following, and the fans worldwide, they gravitate to her more. And WWE's like, holy shit, we got our star. They're not saying Julia's not, because obviously she's going to be the second runner-up. She's going to be the Seth Rollins to the Roman Reigns. She's going to be the Shawn Michaels to the Triple H in the 2000s. So it is what it is, but right now La Primera is the premier attraction. John, you all right?
My bad. Miles Warren, salute to you, young guy. Keep going.
Lord have mercy.
I mean, we can hear you. I just want you to know we can hear you.
My bad. I forget. The equipment I'm working with, man, it's got me a little excited. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to HP.
Yeah, shout out to Sean. Moni, your thoughts on the Battle Royal?
As somebody, honestly, I think we've all covered it. But as somebody, I just want to say this: as somebody who has big thighs, I had big thighs even when I was teeny tiny. But as somebody who has big thighs, it's good to have representation.
They save lives.
Yup. Yup.
They save lives.
They definitely do.
Didn't matter how skinny I got down to like teeny tiny. Ads were still huge.
We as men appreciate that.
Yeah, salute to the thick thighs.
Always.
Salute to everybody. Faith.
I want to say something, but I'm not. I want to say
Listen, we ain't on the humble road. You got free range to say what you need to say.
Yeah.
We're a little different
Okay.
here.
Let me be professional first. The battle royal, I always, when it comes to like the Royal Rumble battle royals, I always look at the matchups that they highlight in those things, because those are the ones to watch that are coming up next. Like they highlighted, and I want to say this, that Zelina that we saw is Andrade Zelina. And I don't think her and Julia are done yet because they highlighted that.
Right.
Lash and Naya, I think there's something there too, because look what happened when Jade eliminated Naya in the Royal Rumble. They had a little bit of a story there for a little bit, and I would love to see Lash Legend and Nia Jax tear it up in the ring. I think everybody did amazing. I love Kalani's callback to Naomi and Kofi's attempt. She did it beautifully. And Kalani has come a long way, and I'm so excited to see where she's going. Also, B-Fab, Michin, love them in it. They did well. Chelsea Green is forever gonna crack me up. My one thing with Chelsea and the Secret Harvest, hashtag free Piper Niven. Please let Piper go on a singles run. Let Piper show who she really is. If anybody watched Piper on the Indies or seen her stuff on YouTube, that woman can go in the ring. You know, so I love the Battle Royal. I was so shocked because I did not see Last Legend as one of the three finals.
Me neither.
I didn't see it. And I had chose Stephanie. I was like everybody else, Stephanie. But when I saw Lash, baby, I was like, oh, Queen of Cakes. Yes.
She baked him in a new house she got.
Yes. I'm like, oh my God, Stephanie, I love you. If you win, I'm gonna be happy for you too. But Lash, come on. Like I was routine.
That pretty much they're telling us look out for Lash Legend.
I'm about to call Lash. I'm about to give her a nickname right here on Sports for You. I'm about to call her the Eye Master.
The Eye Master. Cool. Shout RIP Suzanne Summers. Oh man.
Just say this right now. The fact that she was in the final 2 tells me they got something for her.
They do.
But as y'all know, I'm scared of that man that's sitting in that chair with the career of the pin. I'm scared of it. Because I see how he's treated Carmelo. I see how he treated R-Truth. How he's done with everybody else, Street Profits, everyone. I'm scared that he's gonna do her dirty.
Tell me how top African American talent leaves this company and immediately goes to another promotion and gets top tier appreciation.
Who? Give me an example.
John.
You give me an example.
I actually kind of want to hear this.
Yeah, give me an example.
If you gonna tell me Bobby Lashley,
don't say to her business.
I got reasons.
Don't say to her business. And I love Bobby Lashley, MVP.
I got reasons why Bobby Lashley is not a good example.
Do not say to her business.
Okay, please. I'll leave it alone.
That's what you was gonna say. That was your example to her business.
That was. I'll leave it alone. Swerve Strickland. I'll leave it alone.
Okay, I'll give you Swerve.
Wait, wasn't
Athena? I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, but ain't that all Vince creative? Because he was head creative on all that when they were there.
You could say Vince was head creative, but I'm sorry, Triple H and Stephanie, you can't tell me they weren't giving advice on who should go over and who shouldn't.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they were. But this is Vince McMahon we talking about.
Absolutely.
What I say goes.
And
all I gotta say is Triple H and Booker T, and I'll stop there.
Athena's a sensitive
Aw.
Come on, man.
Hey, you know what? Hey, yeah, hey. I'm not gonna argue with that. I'm not even gonna argue that one because I was looking back. I was like, well, damn.
And
Look
it
at
still,
the-
and
Lena
it
made a
still,
good
hit,
point.
it still sends me every single time that it gets brought up. I'm over here and I'm just going.
I still think
That-
Booker T should have won that.
Booker T should have won, but also
That was
the
a
way
payoff.
he was treated that entire time.
Exactly.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
storyline. It's a storyline. They could have done something better.
Yeah, but at that day and time, Vince was just saying anything and getting away with everything. Let's not
Yeah,
forget
he
the whole
was.
George Bush thing and the Condoleezza Rice line.
Oh,
Right.
do-rag Vince.
This was before the
Do-rag
do-rag
Vince.
Vince. Oh, and they let that one slide too. And they let that one slide too. The him and John Cena had that little conversation.
Yep.
I
But
was like,
do-
wait, he said what now?
I do want to agree with Lena on this comment she made. I want to see where this Chelsea Green, Nikki Bella could go.
I got an idea, but I'm not going to spoil. But I think I know where it's going. But I'm going to wait. I got an idea.
Are you saying this is going to lead to the Bella twins being together?
I think it's six women. I think it's the Bella twins with Stephanie Valkyrie versus the entire Secret Hercules.
Oh yeah, clearly we saw that how that played out on Monday. I remember I called it. I'm like, because I knew Nessa wasn't gonna like it, but
Brie
Now
doesn't
wait, we gotta
really.
get pen to paper with Burrito.
I don't think Brie really wants to go back in the ring. To be honest,
Bree is happy with her chickens, and that's the one thing
I
that
saw
can say
that.
over
Yeah,
and
I
over
saw
again.
that. I saw that.
She's
I mean,
happy
it could
with
just
her
be a
chickens
tag
and
team and
everything.
have Chelsea Green on the outside looking in.
True.
My thing is, of course, why didn't we get Bree instead of Nikki?
Oh God.
Um,
Oh God. The more I learn about, the more I meet you beautiful women in the IWC, the more I learn that Nikki Bella is not a popular figure, and I'm not, and I'll just leave it at that. The more I
for multiple reasons.
Many reasons.
yeah, and we already understood the reasons from the Latin
and we
perspective.
know from our Latin affiliates is why.
Which is understandable because there's a lot of them out there that really don't claim their nations unless it's
Convenient.
yeah. So but anywho, all right. So the last, and I say the best for last because this is one of the most talked about main events in a long time. This right here. A lot of people didn't want to see it because everyone's complaining that Rhea is having too many chances at the World Heavyweight Championship. I defended this one because with Liv Morgan gone, who else are they gonna slide into that spot that makes sense? And Rhea Ripley made the most sense because she still has the story of not being able to beat Io Sky ever since they've been in the company together. This match started off kind of slow a little bit, but then once Jessica's card took that hit, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the first time I've seen that woman take a bump,
God bless her.
and it was a nasty bump, that drop kick. So the fact that she's a wrestler on the side helps tremendously. So she took that bump, and she was out for a while because they went all over the stands with this match. I thought Rhea was gonna kill Io with that Razor's Edge off the little whatever that thing was, and I was like, and these girls went at it, and the match itself, if the match stayed the way it was, that still would have cooked, and it still would have been match of the night.
Boss lady, don't do that, please.
I was just shaking my head at her.
I'm looking at
You
it
don't do
too,
that,
and I'm
please.
like, that's my tag team partner. She's out
Boss
here
lady,
doing
don't
this
do
right
that, please.
Yeah, she's not winning.
You gotta forgive her. She's still mourning over Goldberg losing, so she's still mourning over Goldberg losing. So I'll forgive her, but please no.
But yeah, to TJ's point, she had that sinister look that we haven't seen since she joined the Judgment Day, and it was like, oh, she's tapping into that old Rhea because she what else can she do? She can't put this woman away. And they finally got back to the ring, and it was near fall after near fall. And just when we thought we was gonna get something popping,
Woo! Yes!
That on the t-shirt.
The caution tape came out. She hobbled her thick thigh self out there with a busted nose and everything. We sitting there like, yo, ain't no way.
Success.
Cashed in and pinned EO to win the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I was like, good Lord. I was 100% sure she was cashing in on Tiffany Stratton, or she's gonna wait till Jay beats Tiffany and cash in on Jay to further that story. But I'm happy. I wanted her to win the WWE Championship, but I'm happy nonetheless that the woman got gold because since this whole heel turn, I said it from the beginning: the end game better be her winning a championship before she goes off to have babies. Have something to hang on. Have something to hang on her wall to show her little girl, little boy, whenever Big Jim does Big Jim.
I guarantee he had some practice on Sunday.
He doing Big Jim right now. What are you
John?
I guarantee that practice. I'm sorry.
John.
They did. I would have saw.
Oh!
He was slapping something. He was slapping something, all right. But I guarantee. I'm sorry.
Listen.
I'm sorry.
And it was Al Papa that was actually Jimmy Uso that did the slap. So he gonna walk up next time he gonna see like he saw Miz when he said leave his wife alone. But anyway, but I'm happy for Sis. She came in that press conference. She was like, "Stand up for your women's world heavyweight championship," and they stood up. So she was like, "I'm just happy for her." So now it's like, who's next? And we got that answer. And again, some people were still complaining. We got a triple threat match. Same people, different sister.
But this time the sister's gonna win.
Exactly.
That is true. So Moni, I'm gonna start with you. Your thoughts on this match? How much did you enjoy this one-on-one turn triple threat?
I can tell you this right now. I was not the whole EO and Rhea match. I was not looking forward to it. I was like, we're really gonna do this, and this is gonna be just, we're gonna face each other, and I want to face you. And okay, all right, I guess. But then again, I wasn't really looking forward to Evolution until I watched Evolution, and I love it when WWE does this. They tend to, like, their pay-per-views that you look forward to. Like, I'm so excited to see this, and then it turns out to be garbage. And then their pay-per-views that you look forward to, that you're not really looking forward to, but you know you're gonna watch, and they turn out to be the greatest pay-per-views you've seen in a long time. This match, this main event, I was not looking forward to it, but it was amazing. Again, like I said in Humble Roses, shout out to Jessica Carr for taking that ref bump like a pro and
she got paid
the way she did. I loved it.
She got paid.
The Rhea crashing out and turning into heel Rhea was amazing. Them going out to the arena while Jessica is unconscious, amazing. Naomi's cash in. I was already on the edge of my seat. I was standing up when she came running out. When I heard that caution, I'm like, wait a minute, what? And when she came running out, and all I could say to myself was, I swear to God, after everything that has happened this weekend, y'all better not. You had better not do this. You had better do us right with this.
Yeah.
And when she cashed in and she hit EO in the head and then did the split-legged moonsault and she pinned her 1, 2, 3, and she held that title up, I was like, oh my God, she did it. It was perfect. It was perfect. I do want to say she was on Twitter because some fan had made a comment about her winning, and she said that she called The Rock.
Yeah, yep. And then I love the retort she had when Drew McIntyre was complaining that maybe I should change my name to 5'2". That's why I changed my last name to 5'2". And then she was trolling Rhea. She was like, I'm getting sick and tired of you raising that stank ass leg. I was like, this girl is on fire on Twitter.
So EO, she need to change her avatar. So get that belt off, get that belt off your Twitter. Get that belt off your Twitter.
Leslie, your thoughts on that match? How much did you love how it cooked?
It was good. It was good. Let me say this though about EO. I do believe I believe she's underrated. People do not give little EO enough credit. She's had she had an awesome reign, but come on, it's EO Scott, and she's one that entertains us. In war games, for example, is amazing. It's always entertaining when we watch her. Rhea's mommy. So what do we expect from Rhea? But her, like y'all said, seeing her click that switch over to the hillside was awesome. The match was good. But you know what? When Naomi cashed in her money in the bank and won that title, the only other time that I popped louder than that was when Roman Reigns come back on Monday.
That was everybody.
I loved it. And I'm so proud of her. And she's been in the business so long, and she deserves it. Naomi, Trinity, Fatu, sis, again, you deserve all your flowers. And I'm here to give them. There we go. But I was happy with it. And what a way to end the show. So, but congratulations, Naomi.
Yeah, I think Faith popped out of here, but
Check your DMs.
oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Damn, that sucks. John, your thoughts on this match, and pretty much Naomi pulling the wool and psyching out everybody, including us.
I was shocked, but the match. Before we get to Naomi, the match. Fire. Somehow Io Sky, I don't know, is it Bianca or is it Rhea? She makes a great dance partner. I said it, I can watch her and Rhea, Bianca go one-on-one anytime of the week and twice on Sunday. And I'm starting to feel that way with Rhea Ripley too. And she still has the undefeated streak on Rhea Ripley right now because she didn't lose. She didn't lose their title, but Rhea Ripley didn't win either. So I thought the match cooked. Some of the spots were very great. That spot on top of the equipment was scary.
Mm-hmm.
EO proved why she's the genius of the sky. Like Leslie said, she's EO War Games. We love seeing her in War Games.
Yeah, that trash can spot was funny.
Mm-hmm.
And just everything when she's going to go up top, you know something special is about to happen. But when that music hit, and we was in the middle of the sports for you wrestling watch along. Oh my God! Shout out to Daphne and LaShawn, got to be a part of that image of Naomi and Alicia Taylor, and Daphne and LaShawn will stay in Black wrestling history. And then once it gets to that triple threat, which means anything goes, what did she do? Bam! Hits Io like she's at the home run derby. And then, you know what? I'm not even gonna hit you, Rhea Ripley. I'm just gonna throw you out like yesterday's garbage. And that's exactly what she did. Hit that split leg and moonsault. We out of here. The chaos, the caution tape has been ripped. And I know she was fighting off trying to drink that, even though I don't drink that vodka on screen.
Allegedly.
Great. But after the show, hey, relax. But it was just dope. And then obviously a press conference was dope. Shout out to Stephanie Hardy, who was on the Humble Roses a few weeks ago. Was one of the two women journalists that was in that press conference and got to ask a question. Her promo on Monday, which if Trail wants to get to, we'll get to, but that was just shows where she's at right now. She's in a good space. And obviously come SummerSlam, she's gonna be in a better space because she's walking out with that gold. And she's probably gonna go turn up with Cardi B after the fact.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I actually want to see Cardi B and Naomi throw some elbows.
Is that what you was really about to say?
I was gonna say throw some hands.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say you wanted to see them throw something else, but okay.
Oh, ma'am, are you alluding that I want to see those two throw some ass?
Absolutely.
Perhaps
I-
in a circle.
Absolutely.
Hey,
no, I really was gonna say they was gonna throw some
hey,
hands, but I thought elbows were better. So
Okay.
I really was gonna say hands because me and Nessa have this theory, and she walks up in there and she got shorts on and those nails are fake. She's throwing down with somebody.
I guarantee her and Stephon Diggs in the gym right now.
I'm sorry I missed out on everything. We lost power in my building, so
I'm not
Oh,
gonna touch
Lord.
that.
Thank
Oh,
you,
what
back.
was I was we was going over your thoughts on the EO Rhea match with Naomi cashing in.
I'm sure everyone hit all the major and vital points of that match.
Hmm.
We have talked about the scream that Naomi let out. That was a generational scream. I don't think nobody had it on their bingo card, so to speak, that she was going to cash in on EO and Rhea. However, I will say this: number one, match 10 out of 10. Please do it again. Um, I was not. I'm just like everybody else. I was not really having high hopes for this match, but Io and Rhea showed why they are who they are, and I love it. Um, Naomi cashing in. So proud that she got to have that moment. So happy that she got to have her hand raised. That look that you showed earlier on her face
Oh, the evil look.
was saying now. She was saying, I'm here. She was saying, proceed with caution. She was saying, try Jesus, not me. Like, and
She said,
look,
"Be mad at your mama, not me."
for real.
I've done that look before when I've gotten something
That you worked hard for, right?
that I worked, that I busted my ass. People sat there and told me no, I couldn't do it. I got counted down. I had people sit there and say to me that I wasn't shit, nothing. I've had that look on my face and I did something and I held it
Yeah.
up and I was just like, I've had that look on my face before. I've done it.
And I will tell you what else that look said. That look 100% undeniably said, Big Jim, get ready for this rear view because we going to celebrate. Okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I do want to say this. I wish that Rhea and Io, and I hate to use this term, and Lena, please don't spite me for
Oh,
saying this term. But Io and Rhea didn't get to finish their story. I feel sick saying that. Okay.
right.
But that's my one concern. That's my one concern. And are they gonna continue their story? Will there be gold in that story? Or is there enough history there for them to run it back without any gold attached and
I
let
think so.
Rhea finish God, I'm not gonna say it again. Anyway,
I think
um,
so.
Chef's Kiss Evolution. I have my daughter, my 15-year-old, watching it. She was like, look at these women. She was so into it. So kudos to the women this weekend.
Kudos to
We
them.
watching if I was at church.
Actually, has any one of y'all caught up to All In by any chance?
Some highlight. Saw some.
I saw clips of the Mercedes match with Tony Storm, but I didn't watch the whole thing.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go this real quick. So I was happy. Me and John were happy that Athena won the Gauntlet Battle Royal, so she's gonna be on TV a whole lot more on Dynamite, which means she has a future World Championship match. Mercedes Monet lost to Tony Storm, which I'm actually super happy with that because I thought they was gonna hand
Yep.
Mercedes another championship and have Tony lose, but that match killed. I love that match. That match was fire. But the match I want to bring up was the finale, and that was Hangman and John Moxley in that Texas Death match. That match was all over the place. It literally had a WrestleMania 40 type ending to that match. They had everybody come out. They had Swerve come out. Darby Allin came out. Bryan Danielson made his return. to help out Hangman, and Hangman ultimately won that match. Um,
Right.
so it was a good the ending to that match had me saying that AEW won the Southern Warfare as far as the shows, because the fact that they went 5 hours damn near and they went toe to toe with both Great American Bash and Saturday Night's Main Event with one show, it was amazing. And usually I complain about them going so long, but I understood the tactic of why they did it. And if it was WWE that planned to go against them, they damn near failed. If it wasn't for Evolution. So, and with that, we're gonna move it along. So we're gonna get to, speaking of the end game. I want to get the opinion on everyone here if they saw the clips of the end of All In. Who had the better end game, Adam Page or Cody Rhodes? And John, since I think you're the only one that watched All In, who do you think won that? Who had the better end game moment?
I've been wrestling with this all day, knowing this was going to be a topic. Because I think about Cody. We start off. We go from Solo. No, we go from Jimmy to Jay, then to Solo to Cena to The Rock, and then Taker.
Mm-hmm.
Then I could get Hangman. And you go, obviously, all the chaos with the Death Riders. You bring out Swerve, Offspray, the return to Bryan Danielson. And I give the edge to Hangman because you and I have told me in any lifetime, Swerve Strickland with the history that and the story that they've told with him and Hangman Page would have been one of the reasons that Hangman Page is currently AEW World Champion. I think if like me and you was watching Mania that night at times watch more at LA Live, and we was all hoping that the glass was going to break somewhere in that match, and it didn't happen, unfortunately. If it was Austin instead of Taker, I probably would have gave it to Cody. But just for the simple fact you tell me that you keep your friends and you keep your friends close, but your enemies closer in this round, I'm gonna give it to Hangman because I would have never thought Swerve would be helping him be world champion.
True. All right, so we're gonna move it along back to the WWE. So it's pretty much a unanimous decision right now. Pretty much WWE pretty much won the weekend, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because everyone's talking about Monday morning is Naomi and that cash in, so it was
Evolution.
pretty much a success.
Evolution was the grenade, in my opinion. They
Yep.
sunk their back for that one.
Yep. So we're going to go into some news and injury updates. So as we saw on Saturday night's main event, actually first we go to AEW real quick. Adam Cole had to give up the TNT Championship because he had another concussion and he's going to be out for a longer period of time. I'm wondering, could the word retirement start to be thrown in, because the man has had multiple concussions already and injuries.
He was prepared to retire, but someone talked him out of it. He was the talk was that he was coming out there to announce that All In. He was done with it, obviously because of the concussion. I'm assuming Kyle O'Reilly and probably who am I thinking of? Who's the
Roddy Strong?
Roderick Strong probably was like, dude, don't do this yet, man. Don't do this yet. You don't want to go out like this. Because I get it, but man, it's rough. You got to be in his shoes to know what he's feeling in that moment. So I wouldn't have blamed him if he did say, you know what, I'm tired of this. I can't go through another long rehab and just hang it up, but give my fans one last curtain call.
Right. Faith, quick thoughts on Adam Cole and his concussion injury.
Bye.
Well, I know that Adam had concussions prior. that were pretty rough on him.
Mm-hmm.
In wrestling, we never want to see anyone suffer an injury that takes them out of the game completely. And my prayers go out to Adam, his family, those that care for him, because it had to take a lot for him to come out in front of that many people and say, look, this is what I'm feeling, this is what's going on. You could tell, I did see that highlight, and you could tell there was a part of him that I think, even though people talked him out of it, I still think there's a part of him that's like, I got to think about my future and being able to function and what my health will look like if I do come back.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there was a part of him that did want to just leave his boots in the ring, so to speak. I hope that he gets advice, good medical advice. Get more than one to make
Yeah.
sure that he is well taken care of. So prayers to Adam, and I hope we see you again, but I hope it's when you feel you're ready. So,
Yeah, because Brian Dangson's also been coaching him along about this stuff too. So if anyone knows about concussions and
yeah.
forcing to retire or semi-retire, it's definitely Brian Dangson.
Mhm.
Leslie, your thoughts on Adam Cole?
Um, I think Faith covered a lot of it, but I just want to, if I could advise anybody when it comes, I played sports when I was young, and just in general with your health, just to listen to, like, for him to listen to his doctors. He's grown, so I'm sure he knows that. He's probably dealt with injuries before, but it's just listen to your doctors, and you have the thoughts and prayers of everyone I know at ATD, each ATD with you. Excuse me, it's 12:38 here, and I'm tired, but it's okay. We're gonna keep going. But
Mhm.
our thoughts and prayers are with Adam, and we definitely, we don't want to see no one be forced to retire due to injury. We want them to be able to go out on their own terms. So our best wishes to him.
Moni, anything you want to add?
Adam Cole was one of my favorites in the black and gold era of NXT.
Mm-hmm.
I love Undisputed Era. Just Roddy Strong, Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly. I love them together, and I loved Adam with them. And honestly, this sucks because he's had this before. And I agree with everything Faith said. If he's going, like, he needs to get a second medical opinion, get a first one, get a second one, get a third one. But yeah, I mean, we'll wait until he's ready to come back, until they say he's cleared to come back. If they don't, one last curtain call.
Yep,
Boom.
I agree. And from one injury to the one that is on everyone's minds, and that is one Seth freaking Rollins. Saturday's main event, he had a match against LA Knight,
Yeah.
and he went for a backwards moonsault, a backflip, and he landed, buckled his knee, and I knew immediately. John thought it was a work that we were just getting played. I knew the moment he hopped, as fast as he hopped, and the
Mm-hmm.
look in his eye and the way he was talking to Paul, it was like, nah. I knew for a fact it wasn't a work.
Mm-hmm.
We was waiting to get an MRI result for Seth Rollins because he's supposed to get an MRI on Monday. So actually, Seth Rollins was the host of the Rich Eisen show, and he actually gave us an update on his knee.
This past Saturday, I was in a match on Saturday night's main event with LA Knight, and I hurt my knee. I was doing a move that I do all the time. It's a moonsault, a backflip. In this particular instance, I was landing not on my belly, but I was landing on my feet. When I landed, I felt my knee kind of pop and buckle. Monday, I was in Birmingham, Alabama, where our specialists are at. We tried to take a look at the knee through some imaging. It was a little too swollen, so we're going to take another look, hopefully in a week or two here in LA. I am not a doctor. I only know my body and what I feel. And what I feel is that this is going to be me out for an extended period of time. This isn't the first time that I've been injured. It won't be the last time. And I've always just got WrestleMania in the back of my mind. I'm like, can I make it back for WrestleMania? But beyond like a firm timeline, I just won't know until we get a better answer on the MRI. So
Now, the fact that he said he still has WrestleMania, it kind of goes in line with what Paul Heyman said on Monday when he was like, Seth Rollins has until June of next year to cash in.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that they haven't made any moves regarding that briefcase just yet, and the rumor has it's not confirmed or anything like that, but it's his expectations at least 8 to 9 months of being out. So that gives him literally the month of WrestleMania. If he's back in time, I would just wait till the Monday Night Raw after Mania. Like, do not announce that he's backstage. Do not have him come out with the group. Literally have this man disappear, not show up anywhere, not show his face, rehabbing in his facility or whatever. Have him shock the world and come back and cash in that Money in the Bank championship on someone. And I think that someone should be Braun Breaker.
Agreed.
I think they got a prime opportunity to give him the Randy Orton evolution treatment. Have this man win the championship between now and whenever he comes back. He's sitting on top of the world, and Seth Rollins just cashes in and is like, "Your time's not now. This is still mine." And then you got pretty much Braun Breaker versus, as Nessa calls them, Ruthless Records. But Braun, we're not doing that. Nope. They're Team Braun, Faith. I'm not calling two men beefy meats.
You just did. Thank you.
As I call them B&B security.
I'll take that. I'll take that over B2K.
Whatever Faith said, I'm not saying that either.
But I have Braun Breaker eventually breaking away from the group because I can totally picture Paul Heyman backing Bronson Reed to the moon and pretty much screwing over Braun Breaker and have Braun Breaker win the World Heavyweight Championship. So that's where I got with this. Him being out messes up a lot of things that involves CM Punk, that involves Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, that involves Roman Reigns. So I was curious to see what will happen with all this. How they're going to bring Roman Reigns back, which we will get into in a bit. But Faith, your thoughts on pretty much Seth Rollins' injury, and do you think he'll still be able to cash in? And if not, what should they do with it?
I first want to say, I know Seth said that he felt his knee pop and buckle on that backflip. But if you look at the move he did before,
he kind of messed it up already.
You knew something was off because that knee didn't look right, and you could tell he felt it and he was trying to play it off. But when he did that backflip and you saw that knee had moved the way that it did, and like you said, you're right, Trail, he reacted way too quick for it work. I get why some people are thinking that it might be a work. There was a couple of journalist outlets that said that it was confirmed he was only going to be out 4 to 6 months, but you just heard from Steph's own mouth they couldn't even get the imaging done because he's too swollen. So I right now don't believe anything until you hear it for sure. Could he still cash in? Yeah, rightfully he has until June of next year. But if it comes to say that, because that's the same knee he injured before, it could be the same injury. If that is true and it's as bad as even Triple H said, it's not looking good. If it's as bad as they're thinking, he could possibly be out past June. But I do like your scenario of him. Nobody knows. Just like when Roman came back at, what was it, Payback or SummerSlam?
On the pandemic, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nobody knew he was in the building. Nobody knew he was coming. It was kept quiet. Um, and I can also see why people think it's a work, because he was saying in that very same show that he wants to stay as far away from Roman as possible. And so I think they're trying to blur the lines until they know what the line is.
Mhm.
But horrible week for Seth and his family. House gets broken into. You suffered this injury. And he is the person that's kind of the center right now in a way
Mhm.
for all these important storylines.
Mhm.
And so it's going to be interesting to see. Our OTC is back. So happy to see Big Goose back in the building. But prayers to Seth. I hope Seth really takes the time he needs to recover. Um, the fact that he said, it won't be his last time getting injured, and all he thinks about is WrestleMania. Somebody close to him, who I hope name is Joe, will talk to him, because I don't want to see Seth take another injury that would possibly hurt him even more. But prayers to you, Seth, a speedy recovery. Sir, I know I give you a lot of business by calling you Sassy Seth, but you are an amazing talent, and I hope we do see you back when you're good, healed, and ready.
Or as
But
Lena calls him, the walking clown emoji.
yes,
Mhm.
Um, Moni, your thoughts on Seth Rollins?
Now, I give Seth Rollins a hard time too, but really it's just because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm a Roller Reigns girly. I love Seth. I love Roman, and I give Seth a hard time just because it's Seth. I mean, he wears crazy outfits, and it's funny to me. But this it's the one thing that I point out every single time. That's the same knee that he's had problems with before.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So he's re-injured it.
Mhm.
I didn't see the part where he tweaked it a little, but when he did that backflip and he landed, the second I
Mhm.
saw that leg go up, I was like, "Yep, what happened? Did he tore it? Did he tear it or something?" And the fact that there's fluid around the knee and they can't
hmm
get the MRI image, that to me tells me there's something really big going on there.
yeah,
But
So,
what I don't like, of course, and Leslie had mentioned this in Humble Roses, and I just want to reinstate this. We here at ATD, we love this family. We support them. We support Roman Reigns. We do not agree with anybody that is a fan of Roman Reigns that is celebrating this injury
100%.
at all. Do not get online on this internet and celebrate somebody getting injured.
Mm,
Amen.
It is
classless.
disrespectful to these two individuals. By the way, Roman and Seth are friends in real life.
That's right.
Stop doing it. And
Yep.
if you follow us, unfollow us immediately because
that
we
part.
won't tolerate it. But
Mhm.
when it comes to this sucks that he's going to be out this long. I did have a thought as we were talking about Braun Breaker. What if he takes the briefcase and he cashes in?
Who, Breaker?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good scenario because
I
anyway it
mean,
goes, it ties into
he
the theory
could
of him being a
debo the
champion.
briefcase. He could debo that briefcase and just be like, "No, I'm cashing in," and he could do it there.
I'm not. I wouldn't be mad at it because it ties into my theory of him being champion by the time Seth comes back.
But that was just my thought process of that. I was like, "What if he depos the briefcase?" Because when Seth comes back, I got a feeling that they are going to start that feud. But in my opinion, Braun Breaker is the heel. Seth Rollins is the babyface.
Hmm.
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 But
All
that's just
right.
me.
All right. Leslie.
So with this injury, I would for sure, if it was at first legit or not. Yes, I did see it, but you know how typically, and I don't know if they still do that, but I know typically you'll see the ref throw up the X. I don't know. I didn't see it on camera. They may have done it off camera to alert like medical staff and all that jazz. But then I saw a clip of him as they were getting him out of the ring, and the frustration, and you could hear it in his voice, not only the frustration, but maybe perhaps the pain he was in that. So I guess like we've all said, I just wish him just the best, and just thoughts and prayers. Guys, just to reiterate what me and Monty have talked about on, both podcasts here tonight, just be mindful of what you post. You never know who's going to see that. It's not just about fans seeing it. What if a family member of these superstars, no matter who gets injured or whatnot, be mindful, because you never know if their families could see it, and or if they could see it themselves. And that's just all I say. Just be respectful, just be mindful. But again, my thoughts and prayers to Seth. And yes, we give him a hard time, but I wish him well. If he's able, be smart, like I said with Adam, listen to your doctors. But if he's cleared and able and ready to go, I can't wait for him to come back.
Amen to that. John, quick thoughts before we go to our final news?
No, we can go there, but just prayers to Seth. And yeah, like I said, when we was watching the show, I kind of thought it was a work stuff. But hearing him today on Rich Eisen's show, obviously you could tell he's got a brace. There was pictures that showed that he was on crutches. Triple H confirmed that he was on crutches and a brace back. He was backstage because he wasn't going to miss Becky being on this card. So let's just wait and see how with these next couple of weeks. Hopefully the swelling goes down and he gets the proper MRI and he just goes from there. But one day at a time, Seth. One day at a time. That's all I can tell you.
Amen to that.
All right. So, in last piece of news, we kind of the ladies alluded to it earlier. So, in the words of the H-Town boys, go get your towels because
oh boy,
the Tribal Chief is back, and Faith was there in the comment section when Tribal Chief came back, and all hell broke loose with all the females, including JoJo, Nelson, and everybody else involved.
It's like wet willies.
Well, there was no willies, but anyway. Yeah, I love this then and now photo because back then he was the right hand man. Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker. First of all, shout out to Braun Breaker. Let's give this man some flowers real quick for running that gauntlet, damn near winning it. If that doesn't tell you WWE's about to put a rocket to this kid, I don't know what it is, because he ran through everyone. He ran through Jey Uso. He ran through LA Knight. He ran through Penta. And for him to get that far, eventually he's going to break away from that group, and he's going to have a breakout performance in 2025. And the fact that the rumor mill is saying that the higher ups are very high on Braun Breaker following that gauntlet match, the sky's the limit. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. Tribal Chief saved the day, and pretty much Paul Heyman looking like he saw a ghost, screaming no, like the boogeyman's coming to get him, because Roman Reigns said he was coming to get him. And basically telling CM Punk that I'm not here to save you, I'm here to get him. So it looks like we're going to get the team of Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Team Braun eventually, which I'm assuming is SummerSlam. Faith, I'm gonna save you for last because you definitely part of the bloodline as it is. So Leslie, your thoughts on pretty much our Tribal Chief, the real Tribal Chief, OTC1, as he's called now, on his return.
Oh my goodness, y'all. As I said earlier, the only pop that for me that was louder than Naomi winning the belt was when Roman Reigns come back. Shout out to my OTC. Y'all, that is my man's. He's my favorite. I just love him. Now, having said all that and totally fangirled out on your show, I'm going to try to be a little more professional with this. Sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah.
But yes.
Fangirl out.
I love him. Like, he just means like a great deal to me and just has helped me through some personal times. And that's that. But to see him come back, he looked great. He looked ready to go. He looked You had that fresh fire. To me, that fresh fire look, he was ready to get some B&B security and some Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, no, no, no. Paul, yes, yes, yes. Receipt. What'd he say? Receipts, right? He was collecting those receipts, and
Yeah.
Paul, you got one coming. But y'all gonna get me started. But no, it was good to see him back, and I was excited, and our chat, our space went nuts. The girls will tell you about that space, but I'm gonna send it to one of them or whomever's next. But welcome back, Roman. Yes, yes, I
Yes.
got you.
There's definitely a receipt with that avocado spread he got at WrestleMania, because it's like, bro, why you gotta smear the man baby factory like that? You know what I'm saying? But Moni, you're grinning ear to ear right now.
Like she might go on the Fred Sanford mode, like she about to have the big one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I just want to say this right now about Paul Heyman. And I was talking about this with Leslie and Erica because we today found out that I had muted Paul Heyman on Twitter. And they're like, why'd you do that? And I said, because I didn't like the fact that he sat there and he sat there and he forearmed Roman Reigns' nuts like that. That's not right, you know.
Hey,
Until he does
yo.
right by Roman, everything he thinks of is gonna fail. And so I just want to say this for Paul Heyman: 25 missed calls.
Mm-hmm.
25 missed calls.
Take the hint.
If you saw that clip that Roman showed of Paul Heyman calling him at WrestleMania, there were 25 missed calls from Paul Heyman. As a Virgo, I saw that and I said, yeah, that sounds about right. By that 25th call, Paul was plotting and planning. Now, the problem is, this ain't going to work out well for Paul. Because now he is set. This is Roman's revenge. No one is safe. So, in my opinion, I think that we're in for speed. Really, we are. But also, I think that there's more to this that's going on than we really know. And we just got to wait and see how it unfolds.
Agreed.
I think that there's something interesting that I thought about too today as I was getting ready for this. Roman is at this place of don't trust anybody. You know who else is at that place as well? Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Right.
So to me, if they do a tag match, that's going to be about them learning to trust each other. But that is my feeling on that. Personally, I'm happy that he's back. We were wilding in our live. It got to a point where, like, I listened to it yesterday. It got to a point where we just sounded so miserable and so depressed. We're like, yay, CM Punk won. And then they're beating up and we're just like, oh my God, he's not here. This is ridiculous. And then, of course, he showed up. Shout out to TJ. I don't know if he's still here, but TJ was in our live and we were sitting there getting on to him about not coming to work and stuff. But, you know, just
Shout out to you, TJ.
as soon as he showed up, you can hear in our live the dun dun dun. And we all just lost it. I do want to say this also. The fact that he took Braun Breaker by his legs. And
No struggle.
Flipped him on his back.
That's where all the ladies went wild at that part when he just lift them up. No struggle, no issues at all. Just one fluid motion, just picked his big ass up and dropped him. That was a whole lot of pants were dropping that night.
And then, of course,
that's
he
a true lineman. That's a true defensive lineman right there.
Over his shoulders, and Samoan dropped him. He helped Jay up, and then, of course, CM Punk is looking like, yo, you gonna help me?
He said, hell no. Get your
ass.
No.
It's still like that, Phil. It's still like that. He don't like you. It's gonna take him some time. Y'all gotta work on this together.
Amen.
But all in all, I'm happy he's back. I can't wait for shenanigans. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. I'm hoping that it unfolds the way that I think it will.
John, you're next because Madam Oos is going to have the floor on this one.
Yes, sir. We watched it live. Same way they was doing their watching live. We was doing ours. and you just kept hearing the crowd chant OTC, OTC.
Which I hated that.
I was like, dude, do not. I'm like, okay. And then leaving in the comments, I got that feeling. I got that feeling.
She was right.
And she was right. And then that music hit. We all lost it. And I'm like, where is he coming from the crowd? And then when he walked out, got them fresh Dion's on. Must be in the money. Good, feel good, play good, pay good. They play good. And the OTC was playing good on Monday night. And he went back to them Georgia Tech football days when he lifted up 300-pound offensive lineman. And that's exactly what he saw when he saw Bronson Reed. And man, ask Calvin Johnson about Joe Anawai's football skills against the O-line. Man, the Oats, just him coming out, you felt a new energy. Everyone was like, we know he's coming back. But then when Seth gets down, it's like, is he even gonna come back now? And he's like, you know what? I got this. And he's got, as he just said it, he got receipts. Video posts, they from the Dion's from his feet to the top of the top of his head. I'm back. And I like how everyone say, well, he's gonna be back for the next, he's gonna be back on the Raws going back to SummerSlam. Yeah, there's only 2 Raws going up leading up to SummerSlam yet, people. But it's gonna be fun seeing him back on Monday night. Because we haven't seen him on Monday nights in a good consistently on a good 5 years.
Yeah.
So let's see where this goes. But SummerSlam with him and Jay march into Brick City. Get your popcorn. Ladies, I hope you have an extra pair of underpants because it's going to be a lot of heat in MetLife Stadium that night.
This you even got money over there coughing.
Sometimes you gotta know what's the right thing to say.
Oh, all right. Faith, Madam Moose.
Yeah.
My sisters have said it all. We lost all kinds of humanness when that dun hit. We were so flattened when CM Punk won. There was no Roman. Jay had took out Bronson Reed, and I was mad at Jay. I said it in the space. I said, I love you, but why did you do that? We needed Bronson to beat up CM Punk so that Roman could come out. But lo and behold, the ancestors delivered and brought our tribal chief. I was so happy. I don't think we have screamed like that since his return at SummerSlam. Now, that picture you had up earlier, this one, take that bottom picture and flip it. Put Jay where Roman is and Roman where Jay is.
Equals now.
Equals now, but also Jay is very apprehensive of Roman. Even though he went back and helped Roman during War Games, he made it clear the only reason he was there is because Solo took something from him that meant a lot to him. And he was messing with the family. And we know how Jay feels about his family, whether they're with him or against him. He's gonna stand on business for that bloodline. Now, having said that, let's talk about SummerSlam for a second. Well, first, let me go back. There's 2 things that I caught, and I shared this with my podcast sisters. There are 2 things that I caught. I always go back and watch the Raw, just so I can pay more attention. One, when Jay, they showed a camera shot. It was CM Punk, it was Roman, and Jay was in the middle in the back. The camera showed Jay, and then it immediately went to the ramp, and it showed Paul, and Paul mouthed something. And everybody online was like, oh, Paul said, help me. When you go back and watch it again, Paul said, you can't help me. And he was looking dead center in that ring, and the only person in that eye line was Jay. Now, Y'all know I love me some Jay. Obviously, from my background and from other comments, here we are going into SummerSlam. If the plan is to have Roman and Jay tag together, what happened the last time Roman and Jay were at SummerSlam together?
Tribal
Training Day
warfare.
Part 3.
Tribal warfare.
Yeah, tribal warfare. And what happened? Jimmy turned on Jay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
They could, and I'm not saying they will. But it's looking Roman in this next couple weeks. He got a lot to say to Jay. He's got a lot to show and prove to Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Roman is given.
That's true. That's true. Looks like Faith is still having the
Technical difficulties.
uh-huh. So we just gonna have her here till she comes back. But yeah, and it's crazy because Roman Reigns and Jey Uso haven't seen each other since War Games. So when that was done, Jey was like, "I see you later." Like it was the end of the Avengers when they beat Thanos and everybody just went their own way. He was like, "I'll see you later. I'm gonna go here." And Jay on the record has said, that's still tribal chief. I mean, he loves his family. He knows that it is what it is. He's equal now. He feels like he's on the same level as Roman Reigns, which he should be. But he still knows he has that ooh to follow. That's still big ooze. But it's gonna be interesting to see the dynamic with these two because Roman Reigns got a lot of apology to do. And he's not the type of man to apologize. He kind of hates knowing that he's wrong and admits it. But him and Jay, they do got to talk because, like Jay said, leading up to Survivor Series, they still got some things to air out. So once they air that out, I think it's gonna be fine from there. So, but to see them tag for the first time together since since um the
2020.
pandemic. Yeah, since the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be interesting to see. So I'm looking forward to SummerSlam. SummerSlam is gonna be huge. SummerSlam is gonna be big. So
I see what she's saying though, but also I'm over here and I'm looking at it in a different aspect, and I'm going. Jay knows what what Roman went through during that time. He officially understands the weight of what Roman went through. And so now they're both at this phase now where they're like, okay, so now you see, now you know, I don't trust everybody. I can't trust everybody. And so in my opinion, I feel like it's gonna lead to them. They're gonna have to kiss and make up.
yeah.
They really are. And I also can see that Paul is gonna try to create that wedge and start that mess and cause that drama. But Jay saw through Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Roman don't see through Paul just yet.
He's starting
It's
to.
gonna take time. He's starting to, yes. But Roman also said this one thing that he said a long time ago. It's one thing that he said when he came back. I'm not a wise man yet.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my opinion, it's gonna take them. They're both. That's what the SummerSlam's gonna be. It's gonna be the two of them learning to work together. Jay's gonna have to learn how to trust Roman again. Roman's gonna have to learn how to say, "I'm sorry." I hope that while he was gone in the gulags, that he, took some ayahuasca and had an ego death, like I've been telling him to do. Get you some ayahuasca, go have an ego death, and then come back and tell everybody you're sorry.
Can I add something here? And
Yeah.
sorry, I don't know what's going on with the internet tonight, but there is one person that can tie those two together. He did it for the War Games and for the Crown Jewel match. He could do it for this and heal that. And that person is Big Jim.
And speaking of whose wife is the women's champion, the women's world champion on Raw.
Bloodlines coming to Raw.
It's
Yeah.
time for the family to move on up.
Yep.
Yep.
Move back
Jimmy,
to Mondays.
right now, Jimmy is the acting wise man. He
Hmm.
was wise enough to say to Roman on that SmackDown,
We need help.
yeah, we
We need
need
help.
help. And I know one person we can get help from,
Mm-hmm.
you know. So I
Mhm.
think that we see some interaction maybe first between Roman and Jay, where Jay tells him, you know, yeah, I'll tag with you, but I still don't trust you, kind of thing. But
Mhm.
then enters Big Jim to be that cooler head, as he always is for this family dynamic, um, to come in and try to mend the bond there. So
That's true. All right. Well, that was great soundbite from everyone. That does conclude the news and injuries for the WWE. So we do have time for our last two segments, and this one is a favorite segment of mine, and it's pretty much called, is this what we doing? Is basically when we see something we don't understand, we don't like, we want to call them out, see, is this what we're doing now? This is what we're doing in 2025. So, given the time, and it's pretty late, so we only got time for one. This is what we're doing. So we're gonna do a roundtable. So, John, you want to give us real quick your this is what we're doing?
Yeah. So obviously, I've been watching LFG. I'm watching season 2. Season 2's been good. Season 2 one was great. Obviously, we know the winners: Jasper Troy, Tyra May Steele. I asked him this is what we doing because Tyra May Steele pulled up last week to Evolve, and tonight she had her Evolve debut. She had a match. She beat Chantel Moore and Kylie Ray. This is what we doing is like, so my this is what we doing was really, she won this match. She won the contract to NXT, but she's going back to Evolve. And then but then I was thinking, if she's there, maybe Sean sees the long term play with her, and maybe right now with how hot the women's roster is, she can get lost in the shuffle easily.
Yep.
So at first I was like, this is what we're doing, bringing the winner of LFG season 1 down to AAA. But I'm like, okay, let her get some reps, be a big fish for a small pond, and go ahead, and then eventually she be back in NXT before you know it. Shout out to Callie Armstrong too.
All right, Faith, you got anything you want to call out or ask? Is this what we're doing?
yeah, and we talked about this on Humble Roses, but Goldberg, this what we doing? This what we doing at your old age, at your big old age? This what we doing? You complaining? You complaining? That's ridiculous. And all I have to say, and then you can go on to my podcast sisters. All I'm gonna have to say is karma is a bitch, Goldie. You wanted this. You wanted this match. You politicked for it. You wanted your rematch you never got when you dropped the belt all them years ago. Have fun with it. My opinion of this will never change. So, and then you cry about it in an interview. You sound ridiculous.
Leslie?
Um, I don't have anything, so I want to just pass it on to Monty if that's okay.
Oh yeah, no problem. Head to university. You got anything you want to add?
I had to.
Triple H's comments after Evolution in the press conference. You ain't ever gonna beat these allegations. You're never gonna beat them. Really, bro? Really? Well, I don't think they need a match. Boy, if you don't get the hell up out of here with that bullshit.
For real.
Who
Really,
did that
Paul?
voice? Hey, yo, who did that voice? Time out.
Monty.
No, sorry.
I don't think that this is important. They get shown on television all the time. Boy, if you don't shut the hell up, Paul, go sit down. Some honestly, and I say this all the time in our lives, y'all know, y'all like the way, especially since the Hall of Fame ceremony and the way Nick Khan
Oh,
was looking at Triple
God.
H, like, I know you just did not talk about me and tell me that I was your friend. I do not like you. Y'all know Nick Khan got a pink slip in his back pocket, right? Y'all know he sits there, he whips that damn thing out and he shows the Triple H and goes, "You see that number? You see how many zeros is on there for your severance pay? Keep fucking around." This is what we do. The fact that the rumor is your wife booked the show.
For real.
Can they fire you and put your wife in your position, please?
I've been saying she needs to be head of women's division. I said that.
Because she's running it better than you did. She did this better than you did. And then the rumor is that she booked Raw. Can we put her in that position now?
He does need a co-creative. Have the Stephanie McMahon regime come back and run. She should have been running the division a long time ago. To be honest with you.
Y'all know she would. This would never happen. She would never left if her daddy never came back. And I think she got too comfortable doing with other things that have made her that have taken her time. But she already know where home is.
Right. So mine. This is what we're doing. It has something to do with Goldberg, but I'm not gonna call out Goldberg. I'm gonna call out his nemesis. I mean, this man is a multi-time. This man's a multi-time Hall of Famer, multi-time champion everywhere he went. Tag team champion, United States champion, Intercontinental champion. But when it comes to pettiness and complaining, he is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Brett.
And that's Bret Hart. I mean, he talking about he cut the TV off and Goldberg had his speech, and he's like he would have pulled the plug on his retirement speech. Bro, let it go. It's been almost 30 years since the accident happened. Goldberg numerous times has apologized immensely.
I'm sorry. I love him. I love that level of hate. I do. I strive to be that level of malicious and petty. I love it.
He's gonna take that hate for Goldberg to his deathbed. And it's like the man has apologized time and time again. You knew he shouldn't have been in that ring. You still went ahead with the match, trusting that you wasn't going to get hurt. So it comes with the territory.
We know I'm not helping at OTC. The fact that Charles Robinson got one broken rib.
For real. For real. For real.
Shout out to Little Nate though.
And
taking that, dog. You had some rough couple weeks, but shout out to Little Nate.
Yes, ma'am.
Some apologies. I don't care how long. Some wounds just don't heal.
They
that
don't.
Man almost lost his life off of that accident.
Yep.
And
cut his career short.
If I was Bret, I'd be petty too.
I would have cut his mic.
I mean, he made up with Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon and Triple H, and still says,
"Oh no! He still hate Triple H. He still hate him."
But he was tolerable of him, which is what I'm saying. That he's able to be in the same room with him and have a conversation where you hate him or not. But Goldberg is like.
Triple H didn't try to take his livelihood.
Exactly.
Him and Goldberg, it's like that. It's like the Simpsons and Maggie had that one baby with the unibrow that we don't understand why they don't like each other, but when it's on site, it's on site.
It's like Peter Griffin and the chicken.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. Exactly. It's like, bro, it's been almost 30 years. I understand, but I thought the pettiness taught you a lesson when you had that stroke. You put life in. He said he put life in perspective, learn to live and forget. But for some reason, that bypassed Bill Goldberg.
Learn to live and forget, but still fuck Bill Goldberg forever.
Seriously,
ever.
And it's crazy. So, but yeah, that's pretty much why this is what we're doing. So now we're gonna go to our closing segment. Is I'm glad you guys are here because it's something that you would enjoy, and that is the segment we like to call "We Acknowledge." Is where we give flowers to people in the IWC, people in the wrestling world, in the wrestling community, something that does good to the sport of professional wrestling. And my acknowledgement is someone who's been in this business since I was a kid and is still thriving. And he won for the first time at All In the TNT Championship, and that is one Dustin Rhodes,
Yes.
the man who was supposed to retire and chose not to. He even announced he was going on a retirement tour, and somewhere he said he could still go. So he won at All In from his family. And he even had the Pioneers come out, which I mean, obviously he knew their dad or you know the old Von Erich. So to have the kids come out and celebrate with them, that was a magical moment for me. So and at the age that he's at, winning a championship, that's a very, very huge deal. So shout out to the natural one, the last outlaw, Dustin Rhodes. John, real quick, you got anyone you want to acknowledge?
Yeah. Happy fifth belated 50th birthday. The man we called the gold standard in Shelton Benjamin. You know, we talk about that '02 class, which was the class that changed the game in WWE. Cena, Orton, Batista, Lesnar. Let's not forget Shelton Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget Shelton Benjamin. Arguably to me, pound for pound, one of the greatest athletes to ever step in the square circle. And obviously, Sean said it best when we celebrated his 20 years, the same year we celebrated that 20-year class a few years ago. I got a seat for it. We got a seat waiting for you in the Hall of Fame when you hang him up. And then I acknowledge the entire WWE women's locker room for Sunday.
Yes. Absolutely.
Red cup, yeah, I got my red cup here. I got my red cup too. There's Pepsi in it. Y'all's probably got Cody's Wheatley vodka or hopefully some Broken Skull Lager, not that real American BS. But I got my Pepsi in my red cup for y'all. Salute to y'all ladies for putting on a dynamite weekend from Great American Bash all the way to Evolution. This is your moment, and let's have it again. And shout out to Masha Simovic in the background.
And I'm kind of mad Jada Parker's not in this photo. But that's
we know her
that's a
meeting
personal
was
thing.
busy. She was busy with me too.
Oh yeah, they're doing those cake videos. Monty, anybody you want to acknowledge?
I got to give a shout out to Naomi. She's been in this business for so long, and after the time that she hasn't been women's champion, she finally got it. She deserved her flowers. She deserves her flowers. For me personally, it's amazing to see somebody with my complexion hold something like that.
Amen.
So I got to give a shout out to Naomi.
Shout out to the chocolates.
Leslie?
I'm gonna change it up. I know y'all are doing wrestling acknowledgments, but I'm gonna go a little more personal, like for ATD. I want to give acknowledgement first and foremost to our followers, our supporters, those who are day ones. We have grown from, we did a transition. We were once known as Wrestling Winos. I want to acknowledge those day ones from way back then to that stuck with us till now. And also a very special shout out to an awesome young lady. She was our first interview and still to this day supports everything we do. She's the daughter of the late, amazing Alpha Anawai. Shout out to Vale Anawai. So we love you, Vale. We thank you. And there's your roses. There's your roses. We thank you for your love and support of the podcast. So
That was a dope interview, by the way. I watched that interview on my way picking up my daughter. That was a dope interview.
she was so fun to talk to, y'all. She's a super person, and she hung out with us like a few minutes after we went off the live, and we just talked, just like she was amazing. So shout out to Vale.
All right, shout out. Faith?
Yeah, I have two quick ones. The first one, I want to acknowledge the Tongan twins.
Oh, okay.
Okay. There's a couple of reasons why. If you know, you know. If not, I'll share the little bit that I know from what they shared. You know, one of the twins was in a horrible car accident,
Mm,
messed up her face, hospital stay, all that, and still out here on the grind, still
mm,
coming back with a lot of ferocity and carrying the Tongan culture with them. You know, they are back in action on the 26th of this month. I was hoping to see them in NXT. Oh my God, because they were doing a
All right.
radio show in Ohio, and I was praying and hoping because Tahine had posted Ava pick up the phone. And so I
Mm.
thought, oh my God, my wait is over. It's gonna happen. But I want to acknowledge them not only for one of the sisters fighting back from that, but
mm,
for being representation for all the Polynesian girls, for all the young girls of color, just like Bianca and Jade and Naomi does, just like Michi Fab does. Thank you for what you do. My daughter, when she first saw the Tongan twins, blew her away. She has seen Bianca, she has seen Naomi, she has seen Jade, but she had not seen at that time a Polynesian woman that she could relate with. And so shout out to them. My last we acknowledge is to Sports for You. I I was blown away to hear y'all had 400 episodes. I've been talking about it. I'm like, y'all didn't put in 400 episodes, and the work that goes behind that. It is not easy. I'm the newest person to the podcast life,
Me
and
too.
trying to balance work, trying to balance life, and trying to balance the podcast. It ain't for the weak. And
Mm-mm.
so I acknowledge, giving you the one, I acknowledge Sports for You Wrestling and Sports for You for all your hard work and dedication to what you are very clearly passionate about. So
And I thank you for bringing chaos to Tuesdays and Friday nights in the comment section. Because
you are very welcome.
and thank you, because it started 5 years ago. And me, Mark, Nick, we started talking sports, and Trail came with a vision literally around this time last year. We did our first watch along for Sports Free Wrestling for Money in the Bank, and and then we did SummerSlam, and now we doing the pod, and we're approaching 50 episodes on this platform. But it all started June of 2020 during the pandemic on every Tuesday night at the Old Townhouse Media Studio, and now here we are for 400 episodes later, and we ain't stopping. Just keep watching.
Mhm.
Thank you.
That is true. And if any haters got something to say about that, you can catch us outside.
We outside.
Just
She
saying.
did not watch her back for the chair shot.
But yeah, so that's pretty much wraps up the show. Of course, ATD, Leslie, Moni, Faith. It's been a long time coming having you on here because yeah, we had once I found out you was Simone, I'm like, yeah, we got to get her on here. I, I didn't know, and once I found out when you put that spell on Kevin, I'm like, yeah,
I did that. Well, Kevin, yeah. Kevin, yeah.
I just wish he put
We
the
got
spell
beef.
on trying to get everybody coming at me about these only Johns. Take the spell off because you done started some.
I ain't the one
nah.
that started it.
I
It
can't
still
be
got feet
rumors now.
pictures in it.
Yep, it do.
It still got feet pictures, John.
Yep.
Yo, what the hell's going on, man? I just trying to be.
Shouldn't have brought it up. Shouldn't have brought it up.
I was
Hey,
hoping that
John.
you would be nice. I was hoping one day
Hey,
we would just
hey,
break the mold
hey,
and be nice on
hey,
this. I guess I can't.
hey, John. The same thing Moni said about Triple H. You ain't never beaten those allegations, bro.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Eh, I had someone on Twitter say yesterday that I was going to drop the links, and I was like, "What?"
You ain't beating them allegations, bro.
And it simply was just saying I support the person except for their passion about Finn Balor, and you know.
Man,
Oh,
Penny.
hashtag. Yeah, I was about to say that
Yeah,
hashtag.
Finn Balor. And I was
Shout
like,
to Dora.
I'm
Shout to
dropping the links.
Dora. She started that hashtag, and Nessa and Faith just ran with it like a thief coming out the bank.
And shout out to Nessa. Get better, Nessa.
Nessa.
Yes, man. We miss you, Nessa. Get back soon. Hopefully, you be home by tomorrow. Well, if you're on the East Coast, hopefully you be home today. Yeah, I FaceTimed her early before I got on, so she's doing good. They're giving her some good drugs. That's all I can say. But with that being said, we gonna get up. We're gonna get up out of here. So shout out to the ATD. It was a long time coming to have these ladies on. Leslie, good to see you back again. Moni, hashtag, Moni Tilt. That thing's gonna go worldwide. And I'm with everybody. I better see you with a shirt the next time you come on here.
Buy her book. Buy her book.
Buy my book.
Yes, buy her book, please.
Barnes and Noble.
So we'll see y'all. I'll be on with Best in the World podcast with Dale and Jeremy tomorrow. Catch John on Friday for more sports for you. After tomorrow, I'm going on a vacation till Monday because I deserve it because I've been working. So we'll see y'all when we see y'all. One's up.